Okay, and audio is live,
Okay.
I think. Then again, I thought it wasn't live last time, and it turned out it was. So, I do be like that sometimes.
That's every hero's relic. I want three hopes.
By the way,
No.
Mercy's Saint Relic in Three Hopes just gives her Abraxas at all times.
Merce.
Yeah, it's not a hero's relic. It's got the coloring of the Saint relics.
So she has a silver tone. She has a silver personal item that still teaches a combat art.
Yes.
That doesn't happen on most of the other silvers. I mean it's cool. I'm glad that's a thing.
I'm
But
pretty sure. I remember it being silver and not gold, but I suppose I could be misremembering. Because I know Happy's one just gives her Dark Spikes tea.
well,
Happy's is definitely a hero's relic. That I know. It would be weird for Mercy to have a saint's relic though, because her crest is not a saint.
yeah.
She's got Lamine, I think, right?
Yep.
Which isn't a saint, but I mean maybe it was just miscolored. I don't know.
Okay, let's see.
At any rate, gives her access to Abraxas.
A lesser known and rather complicated feature. Certain combat arts and spells to an adjutant.
Actually, hers is even more interesting, right? Because it gives her Abraxas, but it also just drops Nosferatu onto her heavy attacks, in addition to giving her access to Abraxas. So that's fun.
If you're reading this, you've probably received a long-winded tutorial message with a big list of requirements. Let's break them all. Before we begin, keep in mind that the adjutant is the character who will learn the combat art / spell. Yeah, I knew that. Not the other way around. In other words, the adjutant is the pupil, while the vanguard, the character who's fighting, is the tutor. If you've got the order wrong, just press the button combination in the bottom places. Next, the two characters must have a C support or higher.
Mm-hmm.
Although C is the minimum required, the higher the support level, the easier it'll be to teach
There
the
you
arts
go.
and spells. However, many characters do not have an A or even B level support, so sometimes it can't. The combat art or spell you're trying to teach must be level 3.
Mm-hmm.
It must also be an art / spell learned from a preferred class, with the blue arrows up. Okay. However, there are exceptions, namely the house leader's unique arts. To see if an art / spell can be taught, look for the speech bubble icon. No icon means it cannot be taught ever. Again, I figured that out.
Yep.
Okay. Finally, the adjutant's rank must be A for the corresponding weapon.
Mm-hmm.
E.g. You cannot make that. Finally, the adjutant's rank must be A for the corresponding weapon. E.g. sword to learn combat arts, the adjutant must have an A rank in sword.
Right.
For spells, they need an A rank in. After checking you've fulfilled the requirements, simply head out to any battle where your progress is saved. This can be current battles or past battles via the record keeper. If you only want to learn arts and spells, you could try some early easy battles. You don't need anything special, just keep using the art / spell. Eventually you should see the message, "Your training successful," in the upper right hand.
That makes it sound like you need to do story missions.
Well, I've been doing story missions. But as soon as you can, assign the adjutant who's going to learn the chosen art / spell. Character with the level 3 art / spell. Then spam your art like mad. There's a completely random chance that the adjutant will learn the spell. When the art or spell is learned, blue text will pop up saying your training successful. When the battle's over, you'll also receive a prompt saying that the adjutant learned the art or spell from the Vanguard. It is on a C support approximately 0.4% chance.
Yeah, that's why.
For a B support, it is approximately a 3% chance. For an A support, it's approximately an 8% chance that on any given triggering of the spell or skill that it will be taught.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason I
support rank up.
So the reason I haven't seen it is it's just a stupidly low chance, and I've just got to keep like ramming my face into the levels until
Get
it gets
your
learned.
support rank up, scrub.
That's so fucking dumb. Okay, thanks everyone for letting me have that little mini tirade. I apologize for the 5-minute long Willow gets frustrated at mechanics in 3 Hopes rant.
Also, hi everybody. So I don't know if we're gonna have memes this week.
Is something wrong with Bio?
Yeah, he wasn't feeling well earlier in the week. So, I know, like, he mentioned on Tuesday while Gil was streaming that he was, like, sick and in pain and it wasn't doing... Hey, Bio. He wasn't doing great on Thursday either.
Are you feeling any better?
So, I don't know if memes are forthcoming or not at this point. But
Oh, I should probably actually get my headphones plugged in so I can hear game audio.
might help. But at any rate, we gotta do supports yet. We had some of those to take care of.
Some, you mean like 6.8 million because Dimitri's not being a pain anymore?
Oh, I mean, Dimitri has like a crap ton of... Wait, whose birthday is coming up? Oh! Annette's birthday is... the end of this
I'm
week.
on it.
Good to know. There, two, there, two...
3
Okay, so.
houses.
Dimitri!
Which I spelled party with 3 Y's.
Party!
Party!
Alright, Mercy! Mercy, you up first. Let's go.
You've been spending a lot of time at the training ground, Mercedes. As far as swordsmanship goes, you're like a whole new person.
Well, she has been using a surprising amount of swords.
Thank you. I have such a great time when you teach me that improving comes naturally.
I'm not gonna lie, that weird pause there was because I forgot that I have to advance text manually in this, because I've got it set up for auto-advance in 3 Hopes.
It's all because of your own hard work. Compared to
Look,
you,
auto advance is nice.
It is, but it's not really great for
Live
You
streaming.
shouldn't be so disappointed in yourself. You're improving too. You just need to keep at it.
Well, I can hold a needle and thread without breaking anything now. That's something.
That's a big step. When we started, you couldn't even hold a pair of scissors without twisting them apart.
When we started over 5 years ago.
True. I'm sorry for being such a burden.
You're no bother at all. I like sewing with you. It reminds me of when I was young and my mother taught me how to sew. My mother would sit with my brother and me, and we'd all sew together. I really miss it. Even though I was barely better than you when I started.
And then your brother became some kind of emo, like, angst machine for some reason.
Did your mother like to sew, Dimitri?
My birth mother? From my father's accounts, she wasn't great at it either.
Oh, of course. I forgot that the Queen of Fargus passed away long ago.
Yes. I don't really remember what she was like.
There's something about Dimitri's voice in this support that just sounds off.
So I think it's that we're so used to him being such an edgelord from dialogue that him Taking a softer or gentler tone with anybody just seems wrong.
No, but I'm used to this version of Dimitri, from Three Hopes, though, right? Like, I feel like he's being voiced higher in this support
Oh,
for
you
some
feel
reason.
like he's pitching up a little?
Yeah.
But I remember my stepmother, always sitting by the window sewing away.
And like, I think the kind of accent that Dimitri usually has is kind of more muted here.
I'm
Is
sure
my
she would
impression
have
of
been
it.
happy
And it
to
might
teach
just be
you if
me,
you
but
had asked.
it's been bothering me since
She
this
always looked so lonely
support
when
started.
she was sewing, so unreachable. She was kind to me, yes, but when she was like that, it was hard to talk to her.
Boy finally has a
certain she
nap
would
for
have
the
wished to
first time
teach
in
me.
5 years, and suddenly it's like he was never a cranky murder hobo to begin with.
I'm so sorry, Dimitri. I didn't mean to bring up such difficult memories.
Don't worry about it. If I don't talk about those things sometimes, I'll risk forgetting them altogether. And that would truly be a shame.
I see.
But now I'm just going on and on about myself. Why don't you tell me more about you?
More about me? Oh, goodness. I don't even know what to say.
It's hard to think of something on the spot, isn't it? You could speak of your family, I suppose.
Like, whatever happened to your little brother?
You want to know more about my family? On that topic, I'm happy to oblige. In fact, I'm so glad you asked. It's important to think about your past and share it every now and then. This might take a while, but would you be willing to stay and listen?
Of course. I will listen for as long as you wish.
Stay a while and listen. I'm Deckard Cain. B+. Time for the A. I guess just A with Annie.
Your
probably.
Highness, I have one more favor to ask.
Is this about Gustav again? I have plenty more stories about him, but perhaps it is time for you to speak with him yourself.
Oh, it's not about Father this time. This time I wanted to ask about you.
Did you?
About me?
I mean, I heard all about Father last time, but I didn't ask about you.
Ah, well, I'm afraid there is not much of interest for me to tell you.
Oh, it doesn't have to be funny or interesting. That's not why I'm asking.
Mercy, why don't we talk about your family? Well, recently I basically adopted Cyril as my new brother. Your new brother? What happened to your old brother? We don't talk about him. He
It's
went
just
through
that
an
I
emo
thought I
phase and
already
ran
knew
away
you,
from home.
But I'm not sure I really do.
Yeah.
That day when we were reunited at the monastery, I didn't know what to say to you. So I wanted to prepare some of your favorite food. I thought maybe if you ate something that you liked, you'd cheer up a little. But when I got to the kitchen, I realized I didn't even know what you like to eat.
I see. Well, it's a little hard to say what my favorite is. I just don't really have any strong feelings about food. That said, you're pretty keen on sweet things, right, Annette?
Yes, that's right. I'm at my happiest when I'm digging into a sweet treat. Oh, did you know there's a famous sweets shop in the capital?
Yes. It often had long lines outside, didn't it? The castle guards often spoke of it.
The sweets were so good. They cost a fortune, but I loved them. When Father was still around, we all lived as a family in the capital. Since then, I've had them only a few times. How I'd love to taste them again.
Say, Annette, when this war is over, where will you go? I heard that you were close to Baron Dominic back in the academy days.
That's right. But that's not where I think I'd like to go when all of this is over. I reconnected with Father, so I'd like to live with my family again, in the capital.
Uh-huh. You want to live with that pyromaniac for some reason?
Also, if I'm in the capital, I'll be able to see you from time to time. Right?
Ah, that settles it then. We'll have to get your father working twice as hard.
I thought I'd make your favorite food, but I didn't really know what to make. Like, favorite food, you say? Yeah. What would you say it is, Dimitri? Basically anything made by Dedue, really.
Father's at a ripe old age now. I'd appreciate it if you didn't work him too hard.
Oh, of course. I will keep that in mind.
I'd appreciate if you didn't work him too hard. Wink, wink. Eddie, I feel like you don't know how winking works. Dimitri apparently could have an S with Byleth. Like, I mean, not now, because I think there's some kind of, like, I don't know, event you need for
Yes.
S's, and Dimitri's not getting it, but apparently he could.
Finally, you score a point against me on the ground. You have improved, Ingrid.
That was nothing more than a fluke. My technique was horribly sloppy that last round.
It does not matter what sort of technique it was. You won. If this had been a real battle, I would be dead. You wielded your lance well, without any hesitation. Has your approach changed?
Father's at a ripe old age now. What does that mean, Annie? Well, you know, no one would really think it would be weird if he happened to fall down some stairs.
You may recall when I said I'm now able to move on. Because of you.
That was 5 years ago, Ingrid.
I remember. What did you mean by it?
That I finally understand a truth about Glenn. It sounds as though he died with a heavy heart. A heart that carried regret. I had suspected as much. But instead of acknowledging it, I twisted my memory of him to fit an ideal I've been upholding.
I see.
Your Highness, I will not sacrifice my life for anyone. But perhaps instead, I can live my life for someone. I will pledge my life to you.
And how exactly am I meant to interpret that?
What's that supposed to mean?
However you please, Your Highness.
Baka.
Oh? Well then.
Ingrid and
when
Dimitri
this
have
is all over, I
really
want you to...
sweet support.
To support and defend me. As my knight.
Something something cognition, something something persona. Ingrid, basically.
I have been thinking of telling you this for a long time. We get along well, you and I.
As your knight. Yes, yes, of course. Of course I will. I intended to do so for the sake of the kingdom. Together, Your Highness. You and I. Our first order of business. Putting this tragic war to an end.
Yes. And while we're at it, do not die on me, Ingrid. Promise me that.
Yes, Your Highness.
I already have
I
too
swear
many
it
ghosts.
on my lance.
Which one? Your actual lance, the one we stole from Flame,
Sylvain.
by which I mean Sedith. The one we stole from Sylvain. Like, you're carrying like 4 sacred lances right now.
I swear on all
Marion.
my lances.
Oh, Dimitri.
Oh, I'm sorry for disturbing your prayer.
There's no need to apologize. I just finished.
I see. What were you praying for?
I was simply asking the goddess for forgiveness.
You know, I've just realized. Well, I suppose it's just occurred to me again, more accurately. So, Byleth in Smash, right?
Mm-hmm.
She very clearly cheats in Smash.
You mean because she wields any of the heroes' relics of the 3
Yeah,
house
because
leaders in addition to
not
the sword
only
of the
does she have
creator?
the Sword of the Centaur, but she's also got Falnot and Aridbar and whatever the fuck Edelgard's
Oh,
stupid hammer axe thing is
Army-
called.
Armir, I think it's A-M-R-Y or A-R-M-Y or... Not Army.
I like that I know Falnot and Aridbar, and I'm just like, and then Edelgard's one, you know, the
But
big axe thing.
So the thing is, hers isn't even actually a hero's relic. Hers was synthesized by those who slither in the dark, which I'm only saying as a spoiler because I don't think it's actually brought up at any point in this route.
So they can just make heroes relics out of nothing? That's fucking cool.
Out of, it's corrupted and evil as shit, but yeah, kinda. Her relic's artificial, is what I'm kinda getting at.
Forgiveness? For what?
I put our soldiers in danger during the recent battle.
What matters is that they came back safely in the end. You shouldn't blame yourself for that.
I can't tell if Mars' spelling of bureaucracy was meant to be funny or is just a typo, but I am just gonna start calling it bureau crazies.
Yeah, I mean, Mondstadt doesn't have that much Burrow crazy. It's really just the knights.
It's true, but you were injured when you came to our aid.
That? It was just a scratch. A small price to pay for your safety.
But...
I would never regret helping an ally, even if it meant losing my own life.
No, that's wrong.
How so?
It's just all wrong. You have my thanks for helping in the battle, Dimitri, but I'm afraid I have to ask that you keep your distance from me.
I thought we got you over the whole I am a monster coach situation.
Is that so?
Yes.
Forgive me, but I will be there for you, whether you want me to or not.
You're my carer. But Violet assigned you to me so that I'd have somebody to care.
I'm sorry.
Is there A minus?
No, that was their C.
I was about to say. Wait. How come Dimitri can get his C with her post time skip, but nobody else can?
You know, because reasons. Anyway, Dimitri and Flame.
No,
Not
I'm
practicing with
angry
your
about
events, are you?
this.
And what about you? Have you got something on your mind again? You really should go to bed. It is chilly out, and you could catch cold.
Hugh, she's old enough to be your great-great-great-great-grandma.
What's the matter?
Also, I'm sure her hair drills
Have you
keep
been
her
having
warm.
nightmares?
Well, in a certain sense, yes. Can you spare a moment?
Of course.
I would never regret helping out an ally, even if it costed me my life. Dimitri, that's wrong. It makes you sound crazy. What? Are you telling me that everything I learned from Dedue is crazy?
Yes.
Thank you. I want to apologize to you. When last we spoke, I mishandled the situation.
When last we spoke, 5 years ago.
Your words that night touched me deeply. It felt as though I had been punched in the gut.
And then I became a bundle of angst and just didn't ever talk to you about it.
But more importantly, I think I owe you an apology. I lied to you.
You did?
Do you recall when I ate that meal you cooked and I told you it was delicious?
Bad move, Dimitri.
It honestly tasted like you seasoned it with, like, armor cleaning oil.
The truth is that no matter what I eat, I can scarcely taste it. I have not had my sense of taste for 9 years now.
My cooking certainly is not something people often compliment me on.
I am sorry. When I said the food was good, I was just saying what I thought you would want to hear.
An apology is not necessary. You were only trying to be kind, after all.
In the end, I am not sure it was kind.
Just the same, it was nice to hear. Oh, hey! I have an idea! What if you sampled some really pungent food? Or something extremely spicy? Maybe that would...
Flame,
Yes?
I like your cooking. I cannot taste it properly, but in my book, it is truly delicious.
No need for the flattery. Anyhow, maybe someday you will get your taste back.
And then I can create something for you with the delicious fishy oil.
I hope then you will be able to compliment me sincerely about my cooking.
Lane, I think I owe you an apology here. For what? Remember when I ate that food you made and said it was delicious? Racist railgun menacingly. What about my food, Dimitri? Yeah, be careful with your words, Dimitri.
Gustav, it has
I
been
feel
8
like
years
Flame
since I last
probably named
called you
her
by that
Railgun
name.
like the talking point. Or the conversation starter.
I must deeply apologize for leaving the kingdom without permission. I was...
Unresolved aggression.
There is no need to explain, old friend. I can guess at your reasons. The tragedy of Dusker.
Hey, fire.
You felt responsible for that incident and sought respite in the goddess, abandoning your name.
Don't
rank,
poke
and
fun at my
everyone in
hiccups. That's not
repentance.
nice.
Am I right?
I have no excuses to offer. It was all I could think to do.
I always knew you for a pious man, and I figured that if you were to leave, this is where you would end up.
Yes, we unedged Dimitri last session.
I mean, Dimitri didn't really unedge himself. It was more that Fleisch edged Rodrigue. And then Dimitri's depression broke.
Yeah, something that should have depressed him
His
more.
depression
just
spiral hit rock bottom so hard that he bounced back to, like,
Mildly
being
cheerful.
okay.
You have changed much. Your face does not have the same resolve it once did.
If I may, Your Highness, you have changed as well.
I can't disagree.
Well, I suppose his depression could have overflowed, but if you're looking at it as like an emotional state graph, or emotional state like value, with, you know, positive being like a good state and negative being, you know, depression, he would have actually underflowed it.
So I love what Bio just put in there. So Gilbert, I know I spent the past 5 years as a crazy psychopath, but setting your daughter on fire? Seriously?
It was my duty to protect his
It was
majesty,
necessary.
father. Naturally, that also included Lady Patricia and yourself as well.
My father and mother are gone. No amount of regret will bring them back.
My dreams are haunted by the thought that, had I arrived at Dusker more swiftly...
You saved my life at Dusker. I have only gratitude for you, no blame to speak of. I wish for you to remain in the kingdom, Gustav, even after this conflict is over.
Still
I
not
need
crazy
your
about
strength
Dimitri's cloak.
to help rebuild the ravaged land that Fargus has become.
Yeah, the cloak's a bit much. Like, the armor is fucking swish
The
as
armor
hell.
is sweet. The cloak just seems so excessive.
Please, I beg your forgiveness.
Like, I get he's meant to look
but there is no
regal in
place
it,
left
but
for
it,
me in that land.
Well, it might look more regal if it didn't look like some kind of tattered piece of, like,
zebra.
I don't know, horse pelt that has been out in the rain for like 4 years.
No, it's just a fluffy zebra
I see.
pelt.
Though much has changed, your stubbornness remains.
If there's anything that crazy, the crazy Dimitri was, it was extra as fuck.
That's
I
true.
have no desire to trouble you. If you do not wish to return, that is your choice to make. But I do advise you to at least visit the place of your birth. If only
Would
for your
fit more with
family's
Hobo
sake.
Dimitri.
Yes, Your Highness. Thank you. I appreciate your concern.
Okay. Oh, hey, Dimitri's out of people to
Oh, good, but it's more
Social-
conversations for probably just to do
yeah,
and
it's just
other
to do
people.
now. To do and Mercy, to do and Ingrid.
And then that
Oh.
might be it.
Yes, that's it. I think. Unless Mercy and Ingrid have something
support
with each other.
Yeah.
Oh, Dudu. Are you praying to the goddess of Fodlan? That seems odd.
Are you
Won't
some
the
sort
Dusker
of
gods
godless
be
heathen from
upset if they
Dusker?
hear you praying to another land's deity?
Who said I was praying to your god? I could pray to my god at your temple.
The Fodlan goddess was recognized in Dusker, too. The deities of foreigners are seen as the protectors of their respective lands.
At this point, he probably looked at it now that he's uncrazied and thought, you know, I should probably get rid of this. But at this point, I feel like my outfit would look weird without it.
Yeah. Then Fire's saying, I still wish Dimitri's special class was mounted. He got the spear, so give him his horse.
It has been said that we would offer our prayers to her in times of war.
Huh.
I mean,
So
I
the
could
goddess
see
is part of a
the
pantheon.
argument there for giving him a
I guess
horse,
that's one
because
way
then
to
you'd
interpret
have
it.
sort of
Anyway,
the
what are you
three
praying for?
natures of units, like fully land-based, then mounted but terrestrial mounted, and then Claude is flying mounted. But
Now, see what you need to do, right?
but honestly, it'd be more in keeping to make Edelgard's the riding class.
There was a
because Armored
precedent for having 3 lords in one game before, right? And the precedent we set was one of them is a sword user, one of them is a sword user, and one of them is an axe user.
Well, no, because you had way more than 3. I mean, I suppose that's true. There were way more than 3 lords in Radiant Dawn. Because I was about to say, like, in Radiant Dawn, it was tome user, spear user for Alencia. No,
Nope,
she was
was
sword. Sword user,
For Ike, yeah.
dagger for Sothikins.
Soth was not a lord.
He promoted like one, though.
He was not a lord.
Then do you count the Lagoos as lords, like the
Well,
royals?
the royals could make an argument, but they weren't
But
they weren't proper lords.
were there any other lords I'm forgetting? Like Ike and Alencia, Mickey Sue, Saniki.
Saniki is arguable. I definitely Ike, Alencia, and Micaiah. Which again, you have sword, something that's not sword.
Fair.
So like 2 of these should have been sword, and the other one should have been something else, right? Like
We think too much about this. So I was
For
telling
peace to come
Inu
even
before
one
he
day sooner.
turned mics on for the stream that when I signed into YouTube yesterday to just watch random videos, it recommended somebody's live stream of Radiant Dawn, and I got really mad because I'm like, you're not allowed to do that. That's something my brother and I'll stream
That's a lovely
eventually,
prayer.
probably, maybe.
I was just thinking about praying for that myself.
I see.
Hey, Dadu, what are your plans for yourself once this war is finally over?
Dimitri couldn't care less about having lost an eye that day. The thing that really eats away at him is that his poor horse wasn't able to make it out alive.
To serve His Highness for the rest of my
I mean, he
days.
did used to have a horse, that's true.
I thought you might say that.
And you?
It's awful.
That's a good question. I was thinking about traveling to Dusker.
Besides, like, on the subject of Dimitri having a horse or not, his animations are, to my mind, very similar to Nephine's. So he's clearly just trying to be Nephine.
You know, I think we just associate any Lance user who seems to have any sort of mobility whatsoever with Nephine because we were, like, 100% obsessed with
There
Nephine
was nothing
in
of
that
interest
game.
left.
Nephine was the best. Like, Nephine was fucking incredible.
Isn't it where you were born? And isn't it where your wonderful food and stories come from? I think those are reasons enough to visit at least once.
Mercedes. If you will allow it, I would like to accompany you. His Highness would surely grant me leave to go.
I don't think I know what the
You really
Beyblade
think
maneuver is
so?
in Three Hopes yet.
Then I
To be
hope
fair,
the
I
war
very
ends
seldom,
as
if
soon as
ever, control
possible.
Dimitri.
As do I.
We're going to have to shower the goddess with prayers. We'll pray that she watches over and protects us while we work to end this war.
Just go talk to your teacher. It'll do the
Then
same
when
thing.
it's finally finished, we can travel.
That promises to be interesting.
Oh, so Shez has the ability to control time now. So that's fun.
Oh, I gave my Merc's Whistle to my Byleth in my second playthrough, so...
We should pray to the Dusker gods as well.
Gotta love Shez having access to the world.
I'm trying to
Yes,
figure out
That's a brilliant
who
idea.
I want to give the Merc Whistle to in playthrough 3.
Which of
I'm
the Dusker
honestly-
gods should we
Gatekeeper,
pray to?
gatekeeper.
So I could,
For victory, we
but
pray
I'm
to the
kind
god
of
of war.
debating giving it
Or-
to maybe Mercy or Flane or Constance. Because I kind of like their just like general vibes.
Mercy's personal skills also really good. Because it gives you access to healing regardless of what class you're playing. Which helps, a lot for
Just
certain
the god of
missions.
Come on. What were you going to say?
So Gatekeeper's special on heavy attacks spawns in a bunch of other Gatekeepers to shank the thing you're attacking. It's basically just...
Reinforcements.
It's basically just, get 'em, boys! The special.
Oh,
I haven't
know.
played with
It's the
Sylvain
god
at
of
all,
travel,
which
right?
is actually...
Sylvain's is also really good. I think his is extra. His is one of those over 300 hits do a thing. I can't remember whether his is attack speed, damage, or range. It's one of the three, I think.
So the first one I actually gave the Merc Whistle to was...
Range and damage. Thank you.
The first one I actually
us
gave
leave
the
it at
Merc's
that.
Whistle to
I knew I was
for
right.
my Shez was
You taught
actually
me so much
Marianne.
about your
Because
gods.
Snow Slip is actually really solid.
So let's pray for the end of the war. and
If
for our
if your
safe
hit
travels to
combo
Dusker.
is over 150, it drops ice damage dealing AoEs all around you until your combo breaks, which is... And it's really easy to maintain combo count on Shez.
Yeah. I mean, the one you get off of Shamir is really good too. Because as long as you're timing your attacks right, you're basically constantly critting for insane ice damage. Kind of bananas.
Yeah, I actually have to go back to get Marianne's relic because
Are
I
you injured?
screwed up getting Byleth on my Golden Deer run.
They do.
So I
Saving the day
actually
again?
didn't get far enough to get
Apologies.
Marianne's relic because you get hers at the
I'm the one who owes you an
end
apology.
of the final chapter of the Golden Deer run.
Nope,
if
you get it at the end of chapter 16.
Yeah.
No, the final chapter is literally called Final Chapter. You get it at the end of chapter 16.
Oh.
You've saved my life how many times now? If I keep being so callous, I'll seem ungrateful.
No matter.
But
I'm accustomed to it.
I'm sorry to do.
Why?
Don't be sorry. Be Ingrid.
Because the way I speak to you is unnecessarily harsh. The truth of it is, I lost someone very dear to me in Dusker.
The unlock for Byleth is so frustrating on Azure Gleam.
Yeah, I just did the Byleth unlock on Azure Gleam.
Oh my god.
I can't imagine anyone trying to S rank that on their first run of it and successfully recruit Byleth.
Hi.
Why? It was so much easier to go back in and just speed run and fuck up the recruit to get the S rank.
I actually just happened to get the S rank while I was doing the Byleth recruit.
See,
Here's the thing. I had to redo that map 5 times to actually get the Byleth recruit to trigger, because if you kill Fleisch, you don't get it. If any of your stupid idiot friends get spotted, you don't get it.
So-
if you deviate from the path at all, you don't get it.
So-
if any of the wyverns make it to your starting camp, you don't get it.
So-
There's 7 failure conditions.
So I actually got it on my first run, but the reason why, I think my kill count total was
Punishment
something
came
like
swift to your people,
500
and
for
I
my
heard of the
run
slaughters.
of that map. Because
I thought it was a punishment well earned.
what I did once I
You,
realized
you're
that
different.
I wasn't
seem
supposed to
nothing
go
like the people
into
with whom I
some
speak.
of the
So why
camps.
not speak back
'cause
against
I was like,
how I and
okay.
so many others feel?
Oh yeah, and of course, if you kill Byleth before,
Yeah.
like, you're supposed to kill before you are actually supposed to fight Byleth, then you.
And for the record, you can still kill Fleisch. You're supposed to still kill Fleisch,
Yes,
but you've got to kill
but you have to
everybody
kill-
else first.
Yeah, you can't kill Fleisch when she first appears, or it's fail state. Like it's really a problem.
So
Why not question this?
So I
unfair
got the
prejudice
Byleth
and tell me
recruit
I
on my
haven't the
first
right to
try
hold a
on
grudge
that,
against
but
you.
because of how paranoid I was
you
being
just
and just
speak to
ordering
me,
everyone else
if
to
you tell me
defend
the
our
truth about all of
stronghold while
this.
I did everything on my, just on my chaise, I stayed under the time for the map, but I only got like 500 kills because I was so paranoid about going into keeps.
I do not know the truth of it myself. His Highness says the tragedy was not the fault of my people. But just like anywhere, there were many different people in Duscur. Some very good, and others very bad.
I've lost count of how many times you saved my life now. You were counting? You weren't? I don't have the time. I don't have the time in the day it would take to count how many times I've saved everyone.
It is not unimaginable that some may have conspired to take part in that wickedness.
Fire, I
Perhaps
think
we
you're
are
kind
merely
of right.
victims.
So,
Or perhaps we are regicidal monsters.
Azure Gleam
Whatever
is the
the truth
only
of it
route
is,
where you're
you are
really
not to blame.
punished for fucking up the Byleth recruit.
And boy, are you punished.
The people I hate are the ones who were responsible
in-
for that whole mess.
Like, yes, Byleth outright
just got
murders
caught up in all
someone
of
in
it.
each of the other paths as well. But,
It's not a playable character in those paths.
correct, but that almost leads me to
Ingrid.
believe, and I agree with Fire on this, that
You've rushed to my
Judith
side.
and
You've
Randolph
saved me
were
countless
probably
times.
originally intended as playable characters as well.
I am sorry for how I've treated you. Truly.
If you think of me as your ally, that will suffice. For me, that is enough.
See, I actually kind of like Randolph. But yeah, like, so I fucked up the Byleth recruit in my original Golden Deer playthrough and didn't feel like resetting because, you know, I kind of openly acknowledged I fucked that up and made myself live with the consequences. And
Also, you'd already saved at that point.
yeah. And the thing is that, like, I was gutted that Judith was dead. Like, I was actually upset because she's a really cool character. But
Check what thing.
I think Bio sent you memes.
Oh yes, that.
I think that was the gunshot we heard during.
I mean, I knew he had because I saw some messages starting to come in.
Even more bizarre, Judith has a unique class in Three Hopes, being the only lord. She's like the only ally to have a unique class. That's not entirely true. Byleth and oh, what is her name? Punch Lady.
Rhea?
Rhea. Byleth and Rhea both have unique classes as well. Rhea gets Saint, Byleth gets either Enlightened one or whatever Mal Byleth's one is.
It's always Enlightened one.
It's different for Mal Byleth.
It's always Enlightened one.
Bio. Oh, what was her name? Who? Punch Lady. Her name was Punch Lady, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Well, look, that's the thing our playthrough has done to my brain. Like, I was sitting there, I'm like, I'm picturing her. I know her actual name's in my head somewhere, but the only name that's coming to me is Punch Lady.
You know, just JPEG. Suffer not a piss dear to live. finally. Not much longer now, and I'll be able to get my hands on that bitch Edelgard. Yes, not much longer now. But first, we must clear out all of those yellow bastards before we get to her. Dimitri, I know Claude's group have terrible uniforms, but that isn't really much of a reason to kill them. I kinda rather, not do that if we can help it. Doesn't matter, Professor. Anyone who doesn't stand with us is nothing more than another enemy to be slaughtered. Fine. I can tell you aren't gonna drop this, so I'll at least maim them a bit so they'll leave. Happy? I am never happy, Professor. Why did I know you were gonna say that? Now I just need to get this thing steadied. Meanwhile, on another corner of the battlefield. Looks like Dimitri's group just rolled in too. Well, with the Empire here, maybe they'll be too focused on dealing with Edelgard to bother attacking us. Good point, Hilda. Maybe you've... Hilda? Damn it, that really hurt. It's okay, Hilda. You just worry about getting out of here. Can't do. Alright, Raph. Looks like Dimitri's group is actually targeting us for some reason. I need you to... Raph, you too? Claude, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Take care of my sister, would you? Don't worry, Raph. I promise I will. Now I better tell the others to retreat before... That happens. Ow, Hilda was right. A hit from one of those things hurts like hell. I guess I better start crawling out of here so they don't see I'm still alive. Shit, I think I may have aimed a bit too far left on that second shot. Why is it just firing special beam cannons?
I'm okay with that.
And Claude does have a fail knot, yes, that is certainly accurate. Yeah, Byleth gets Silverheart and Enlightened One, but Silverheart is the predecessor to Enlightened One. It's always Silverheart and Enlightened One. Those are the only two classes.
I like the implication that Byleth hadn't actually meant to kill Raph.
Dunk's so crazy that they'll probably be made illegal. To do, huh? I'm surprised to see you're still alive. If my being alive shocks you, then you clearly did not know me very well. Now, before we begin, I have something to ask you. I suppose I could humor you a bit before I gut you. Go ahead. 5 years ago, you put together a unit of soldiers that were trained solely to take me down, yes? I believe I did? How nice. So you do remember. Now let me ask you this. Do you remember... You moron! I can't believe you actually left your guard open! Take this! That should do it. Honestly, if he was this easy to take out, then I have no idea why I even bothered with that special unit before. Now where did the rest of... Edelgard, it is rude to interrupt someone when they are asking you a question. What? How are you still standing? There was enough explosives in that barrel to level a building! You can thank this shield the professor was kind enough to give me for that, as well as the fire resistance training I started after learning about the habits of Annette's father. Now back to my question. You put together a specialized unit solely to bring me down. Not His Highness, not Annette, not even the Professor. Me. Do you happen to remember why that was? I think I'm starting to. Good. I was hoping you would start to recall, but just to speed the process up a bit. Allow me to demonstrate what happens to those who wish harm upon His Highness or my friends. Oh, fuck. Critical 69. Yes, that was the actual in-game damage number from that crit. So, Edelgard, now do you fully remember why you thought it was necessary to use your wall breakers to keep me at bay instead of challenging me yourself? Why the fuck does this keep happening to me? Did you all see that? That's my boy! I raised him myself! Violet in the background. Oh. I needed a weird looking axe for Edelgard to stand in for her special axe, so you just ended up grabbing Golden Eater. Yeah, I noticed. And the last one for this week. Like I said, Bio was sick. Useless ass time powers ain't worth shit.
I was about to say, this one has to be about Violet's time powers. Bio was so salty last week.
Yes, everyone is still separated from that last battle, and that monster is too busy stewing in his anger to notice me. That means now is my chance! This is for my brother, you monster! Your Highness, get down! Rodrigue, what are you... Shank. Well, this certainly wasn't how I expected my day to go. Why? Given the circumstances, I'd say I'm the one to be asking that here. Why did you knock him out of the way like that? I was so close to getting my revenge on that monster who killed my brother Randolph. Randolph? You mean the Empire General who tried to invade the monastery several months ago and was your brother. It wasn't His Highness who killed him. If it wasn't him, then who was it? Who's the monster who killed my brother? That was Professor Byleth, obviously. Oh, in hindsight, that actually makes a lot more thorough. It's just Ingrid from the distance. Oh, no, right, Dimitri. I forgot he had the other.
He has Aardvar.
Yeah. I just saw special lads, I assumed Ingrid. She wasn't even there for that battle.
He was somebody's adjutant.
Oh, that's true. Took you long enough on that throw, Your Highness. Rodrigue, why did you do that? Because I was just doing my job, Your Highness. Our forces losing me is nothing compared to if we had lost you. Oh God, this is all my fault. If I'd just been paying any attention instead of being so angry all the time, I would have seen this coming. Well, I didn't want to just say it, but basically yes. Please, just stop talking, Rodrigue. Try to save your energy. I'm going to get some help, alright? Ingrid was Dedue's backup at the time, because Violet thought it was funny. Yeah, that's right. Allow me to demonstrate was also in quotes, because Dedue was purposefully calling back to what Violet said the last time Edelgard got dunked on super hard. Your Highness, the next time you see my son, tell him that I honestly thought that barrel prank was pretty funny. Rodrigue, don't you dare close your eyes on me! Mercy, Dorothea, where the hell are all our damned healers?
That's also a fair point.
Oh no, this is looking really bad. Violet, why aren't you using your rewind powers to fix this? This is not the time to be spacing out. Hurry up and do something! Huh? What was that, JPEG? I was busy thinking about what I'm gonna get for Dedue when we get back as a reward for him dunking on Edelgard so hard, so I wasn't really paying attention. Did something happen? There's just so much blood. Why? Why am I cursed to watch all of my father figures die like this? Oh, who to do? You know what I realized after the fact though, is that the do actually has. I was looking at people's kind of setups and stuff, and I think the dude's set up with Battalion Wrath, and I don't know if his Battalion Endurance was below a third or not at the time, but he does have it set up such that if the enemy attacks him and his Battalion Endurance is below a third, he does gain crit plus 50. So, I mean, our boy is insanely crit heavy when, when he wants to be.
I mean, in all fairness, Bio, like, I'm thinking about, like, as a DM, the number of times I've given magic items to my players that I've then designed encounters for later in the campaign where that magic item would be super helpful and the party completely forgets they have it. So it's actually in keeping with how characters function in these sorts of in role-playing games where they kind of forget they have certain abilities.
Oh yeah, what's the tournament? Advanced Axe Tournament, you say? Oh, is that so? To do?
Fire. Thinking of Jadu, where was he during the shanking incident?
To do, get in there. Destroy. Yes, come at me with your pathetic no damage. I am proficient in training axe.
It's one of the only things we ever let him use with any frequency.
I mean, we took away his training axe at this point, so that he could have a brave axe instead.
Pathetic.
Bonk!
I'll cut a path for His Highness.
Hey, wait, that's not your shield. Your shield is much smaller than that. Why aren't you using your shield?
Because they gave him a normal shield for the tournament. Apparently using the one Rhea left us is too powerful.
Pathetic. Weak. More proof of my loyalty.
A third straight enemy that cannot even begin to damage our wall.
Pathetic.
Fuck you!
I'll cut a path for His Highness.
Oh, hey, this one can hurt us. It only took until the semifinals for somebody to actually be able to damage us.
And unfortunately for them, we have a choice.
We do. And they have, only enough health to live 3 hits, which is too bad for them. Bye!
Luck wasn't with you.
Ooh. This one might get,
Close.
close. Anyway, back to full health. So you take 20, you bonk him, you take 24, you bonk him, you take 24, then you bonk him. If he crits, it's over. If you miss, it's over.
But the other guy could also miss.
That's true.
Pathetic.
Okay, good. That's a good start. We like that. Ouch. Babonk.
Weak.
Ah, you suck.
Pathetic.
Oh my god, to do. The monster.
Eliminated.
Got hit more by the guy in the semifinals than the guy in the finals.
Yep. I'll take that free silver axe plus, thank you.
What the rules should have been: Rule 1, axes only.
Rule 2, no divine shields.
Rule 3, no to do.
Yeah. Rule 3, you may not enter a wall into the competition.
You may not staple an axe to a wall. And to call that your entrant.
It's like how I've always said they should just get, like, you know, like 600-pound sumo wrestlers to be goaltenders in hockey. Just sit them in front of the goal. They're wide enough to block the entire thing without moving. Like, alright, try to shoot into my net. Y'all bet you can't. Okay. What the? What are you doing over here?
He's being contemplative.
And why do you have a time thingy above your... Oh, it's because staff training, right? Or
Guess what I noticed?
Yeah, it should be.
I can see further than most other people can see.
How
Okay.
nice for
But
you.
I can't figure the point of seeing further than an arrow can fly, since I can't shoot what I see.
You could be a scouting party, I guess.
I suppose I could see a whole horde of enemies coming and run away. That's kind of useful, at least.
What? I said nothing about running away.
Thanks, Professor. I think I get it now. I'm gonna put my eyes to real good use.
Apparently he has supervision.
Good for you, Serial. Alright, Mikey. That's 11 sword.
Bio, at least this time it actually made sense that they gave everyone but us actual axes. It was the only way that it could have been fair for the other participants.
Yep. Finally, it's time for the axe turnip. Fuck! We forgot to do his back! We didn't have time to write that he couldn't participate on the sign-up forms.
Yeah, they didn't do what they do to Lysithia anytime there's a magic tournament.
Serial was granted super high sight in exchange for his being totally illiterate. 11 sword is a fine weapon, assuming you don't have access to, you know, Viscums. Hello, Traveler Kerbo.
Oh, I was reading Cubo.
What? No. Solar Recon, yes. Thank you. Thank you for putting your person right there. Oh, we got fish. Plane! Got you fish. Traveler trays. With Dancer Bernie? Okay.
That's a choice.
That is certainly a choice.
Say. Oh. Hey! Professor? Say.
Getting close. Over here. Other side. No. 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 Fuck! Where are you? That's rude.
We got another fish.
We got another fish. Time to give it to Flame.
Fishies for Flane.
Well, what you have to understand, Fire, is that I found one, then immediately put it on my support, and then everybody else got one, and then I bought more from all of them. And then we found, like, a few more since. So, you know.
It's still really weird to me that my traveler never showed up for you.
Yeah, well. Probably because you stopped playing Genshin. You don't have a traveler anymore.
Say,
Willow.
Well, it wouldn't make much sense for you to kill Willow.
Professor?
say.
It must be on the other side of the monastery, because it's not over here. Down the... Oh, you're... Yeah, you...
Hi. What?
Down here somewhere.
Okay.
The greenhouse, maybe?
My presence, my presence.
Unbelievable.
Nope. Ran out of time. Imagine if Violet is smart enough to know the real answer to make Bernie socialize more was threats of violence. Making Bernie center of attention was the only way that that particular Violet could figure out how to get her to stop being a reclusive shut-in.
Oh, yeah.
This is sus.
Shame eggplant's not a thing you can give that particular dog.
Just run up to that guy and be like, I'm feeding your dog chicken. And church.
I've come to deliver
Church
vegetables
goer.
we harvested in the village to the monastery's dining hall.
That is dog's bench. Human not allowed on bench. Yeah, the Miscum is like the size of a building, that's true. At least it isn't Three Hopes.
Because of the season, I couldn't really pick that much. But I wanted to help you guys out, even just a little bit. We're busily planting seeds, so when things start to grow, I'll be back.
Right.
And somebody down here. Hello.
The fish in this pond get fed every day, so they're swimming all lazy and serene. But the only reason they're kept here is so that they can one day be used for food. But the fish don't know that, so they just swim around happily. It's a bit of a miserable thought, but aren't soldiers much the same?
Boy, I recognize that voice. And I don't know, I can't place where from.
Bye, oh, no, that's Mar that's going away. Bye, Mar.
Bernie!
It's always so peaceful coming back here. But it's hard to relax knowing we have to go out on another expedition again so soon.
The only reason fish are kept here is because Seth will fire us if we don't keep the pond stocked for Flane.
And now we're headed to the kingdom? That sounds hard. Oh, really hard, don't you think?
I mean, that's... I'm sure you're right, Mar, but I also know her from somewhere other than that. Somewhere I've heard more recently.
Did you just call Zed
Of
Mar?
course you'd say that.
Maybe.
Why
I
did
don't
you
know.
ask?
I didn't mean to, but I think I saw the MA at the front and just, you know. I heard you talking to Mara a little while ago. Just my brain. I don't know.
It's okay. I've called Bio Zed so many times.
Don't just.
Unbelievable.
I mean, we have established very strongly at this point that I am incapable of reading. So.
I never used to care whether I lived or died. But after seeing so much death firsthand, I now realize how precious life truly is.
So I know Baz and I heard Gerald's voice in Sengoku Basara because he's just like a random general in Sengoku Basara, like one of the guys in the background that's doing like flavor text on the missions. And I heard it, I'm like, wait, that's just Gerald.
I'm ashamed of how arrogant I was to think that death could mean so little.
Oh, you think that's bad? Back in the like old Batman cartoon, the Joker was voiced by Luke Skywalker, so you know there's that.
So, you know what one thing I realized this week was that I don't know why it threw me off so much, but
Hey buddy, how you doing? Your dad's dead. My dad's also dead. You want to talk about how our dads are dead?
But I
need to
actually
excel
learned
as a
that the
leader,
actor who
just to
played
make up for
Gilderoy
my
Lockhart
ignorance
in Chamber of Secrets
Though if my
also
father could see
directed
Dimitri
the
now,
first Thor
he'd be
movie.
glad to have made the sacrifice.
And I was like,
Don't you dare tell anyone I
Huh.
said that.
okay, and then moved on with my life. But but yeah, that kind of messed with my mind a little bit. Mark Hamill's also some random guy in Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. Was that the live-action Scooby-Doo? No. I don't know.
You're gonna have to be more specific. There's more than one live-action Scooby-Doo.
I mean the movies, the one where
There is more than one.
the ones where Sarah Michelle Gellar was playing Daphne.
Daphne the Vampire Slayer.
Guy that directed fucking Bill and Ted also did the first live-action Ben 10 movie and cameos in it as a dead as fuck corpse that gave PTSD.
There's a live-action Ben 10 movie.
There is a live Ben 10 movie. It's awful.
Did they get Yuri Lowenthal to play Ben?
No.
Oh, why not?
I have all 4 live-action Scooby-Doo movies, and No Zombie Island isn't live-action. I'm not making that up, though. Sarah Michelle Gellar was Daphne, right? Dylan also says there are actually
I'm
2
relieved
live-action
the
Ben
prince
10
seems to
movies,
finally come to his
and both
senses.
of them are
Oh,
awful.
it's a real shame that Lord Rodrigue passed away. It really is. But now, I think we're starting to see a sliver of hope for the future of Fodlan.
Your girlfriend was funny. Which one? The one with Scrappy as robot, Mr. Bean, or the one where Fred jousts on the motorcycle? I think the one where Scrappy was controlling robots. Yes, she was in the first live action. I recall correctly.
Professor? Greetings,
The one
Professor.
with Mr. Bean.
Nothing to report.
that
Fruitiad is a
also
city
felt
with
more
a
like
long history.
We're
It goes back to before
parodied
Fargus
an
gained its
actual
independence.
Scooby-Doo movie.
I'd like to visit that place at least once before I die. But I'm afraid I have my own work to attend to. It's hard being so dedicated.
I'll be honest, a porn parody of Scooby-Doo with Sarah Michelle Gellar? Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Ah, well. I'll go there for some leisurely sightseeing.
But I feel
once
like if you were
Bodlin knows
doing like a
peace.
porn parody of Scooby-Doo with Sarah Michelle Gellar, wouldn't it just be smarter to make her Velma and not Daphne?
I don't care who she is as long as she's in it.
Like, I feel like the the female character in Scooby-Doo who probably gets the most unhealthy obsession from the fan community online is probably Velma.
Maybe.
A class reunion on the battlefield? That's bleak.
Oh, geez, I forgot about that one. About that line of Fred's to Velma. Don't worry, I dig nerdy chicks like you too.
They still look to you for guidance.
Velma's definitely the hotter of the two.
I mean, fair.
Welcome. Come back soon.
Hello there.
Excuse me, I would like to buy all of your supply of fishing bait.
We don't need to fish.
I know.
This one, yes?
I must buy your board game, though. It is the
I
law.
thank you. Return soon, please.
Thank you for your board game. I must now go. What's up?
I just love that some random NPC said "ugh" at you shortly after you bought the board game.
If you manage to take
don't
back
come near me
Ferdia,
with that, you
it'll make it a bit
nerd.
easier for us to do business. Taxes on the Fargus dukedom are ridiculously high. Makes it hard to even think about trading. That Cornelia woman. What does she use that ample tax money for anyway? From the Empire's perspective, I suppose it makes sense to squeeze the former kingdom territories for all they're worth. But if they throw those territories into total ruin, doesn't
Yeah,
that
that's
defeat
fair.
the purpose of conquering
So-
them?
What's fair? Sorry?
Fire saying the fact that Fred's first reaction to being body swapped with Daphne is to say he's gonna go strip in front of a mirror.
I agree
Seriously,
that we
I
should
could
head
drop
for
a whole
Ferdia.
thesis on that
But
movie.
let's not forget our search for Lady Rhea. The soldiers from the church are going to set up a base at the Great Bridge of Murden. They'll be able to keep up the
Then
search while
Zed
we
asks,
head for the
honestly,
kingdom capital.
You guys seen the Supernatural episode that crosses over with Scooby-Doo? No, because
Kingdom
full
capital. It's
disclosure,
been way too long since I was there last.
What's supernatural?
Supernatural.
Oh,
I
Professor.
tried
I
so
didn't mean-
hard to get into, and I don't
It's not
think
that
I
I'm
got
looking
past like
forward to
episode
it or
4
anything.
before I gave up. It's a TV show, live action.
Please don't tease me like that. It's just
The general
when I think
premise
of us
is
finally
that
saving everyone in Ferdiad,
supernatural
it makes me a
things
little
from,
happy.
like,
Okay, maybe a
dark
lot
supernatural
happy.
things
The kingdom
from like
capital
Grim
is under
Brother
the
fairy
tight control
tales
of
and
Cornelia,
Hans Christian
who was
Andersen
ennobled by the
dark
Emperor.
fairy tales are
Judging
all
by what we heard
real
from Lord
and,
Rodrigue,
you know,
it sounds like she's a
rampaging in the real
tyrant.
world, and that
But all of that
people
ends
who are
soon.
well versed in
Let's get
dealing
there
with
quickly.
the supernatural have to deal with them more or less.
Yes, JPEG, I'm aware, but I'd rather not get on Flane's bad side after what you did to Dimitri when we insulted her food the other day. It was pretty messy. But you do know you don't need to fish anymore, right?
I consume way too much Scooby-Doo media to be healthy.
Up until a few decades ago, Ferdiad was a disorderly city. Even the water supply was poorly constructed.
I mean, a pup named Scooby-Doo was always the
Yes.
like epitome of Scooby-Doo. Like the best Scooby-Doo.
100%.
As such, it was a hotbed of sickness and disease. The late king hired a researcher named Cornelia, who advised that he give top priority to improving the city's infrastructure. In the space of just a few years, the city was transformed into a place of beauty and order.
Mystery Incorporated. No. Pup named Scooby-Doo, though.
At the same time, the diseases that had plagued our land loosened their grip, one after another. It wasn't.
So we're turning around and heading for the kingdom capital? Ridiculous. Tell him to cease this nonsense. Isn't there a saying in Fodlan? Something about those with power knowing how to use it? If he's not careful, the goddess will send her saints to smite him. Not that I believe that.
Now the Scooby-Doo theme is stuck in my head. This is awful.
Definitely. After that great battle earlier, the balance of power in Fodlan has shifted greatly. To get revenge for all our fallen friends, we'll have to stake our lives on the fight that lies before us.
Let's see.
I mean, can we just agree that Scrappy was the best part of Scooby-Doo at
Yes.
all times, forever?
Except, I did also think Ruby-Doo was cute. But she didn't show up all that often.
Actually, wasn't there like a time that Scooby-Doo crossed over with Crypto? That makes Crypto the best part of
That
Scooby-Doo.
is true. I think that was a thing.
We buried Lord Rodriguez.
Best dog in Scooby-Doo was Crypto. Oh, Scooby-Dum.
Scooby-Dum was pretty great too, yeah.
There wasn't
I
time
love
to
that
do
today's
things
stream
properly.
just turned into Eno and Willow
It pains
talk
me
about
that I was
Scooby-Doo.
unable to take him home to his territory.
Oops, all Scooby-Doo.
That's a first for us
Once
on
this war
the
is over,
stream.
I'd like to hold a proper
Like,
funeral
oops, all
for him.
Star Wars happens a lot.
That random knight there looked like she was only 4.5 feet tall.
Now, we need to focus on taking back Ferdiad. All will be well.
It's not a
eventually.
random knight bio, that's Ingrid.
I'm sorry for diverting this. No, you're fine.
Is this Rodrigue's tomb? I can't tell because it won't let me interact with it.
Well, yeah, because Byleth can't read. It makes sense that we can't interact with them.
Well, I mean, we know Dots lived from 1139 to 1159. So, you know. And then some guy named Gerald Eisner, whoever the fuck that is.
Professor? Oh, what? I can still hardly believe we managed to win against numbers like that. Oh, unless the real me is lying dead in Gronder and this is all just a happy dream.
It actually does just say your mom's name on there, but Byleth just can't read it. And for reasons Sothis won't tell her, because the name's too painful for Sothis to say.
I don't feel like I can just forget all the awful stuff he's done. But if His Highness is owning up to his past and trying to move forward, I figure I can give him that chance. We've been friends since we were kids. I'm gonna be there for him all the way to the end.
Good for you, bud.
Professor!
Don't you, Professor me.
I really caused trouble for you, didn't I? I am so sorry, truly.
Byleth only knows which one's their dad's grave because JPEG already pointed out that they added extra words onto her mom's grave.
I am also eternally
Wait,
grateful to you.
wait. When did Shaggy beat up an entire biker gang in a brawl?
Remember that, like, 100% Shaggy, like, power meme from a while ago where he was, like, the strongest thing in the universe?
No.
Oh, God, how did you miss this?
Now,
No,
it's time
I
to go to the
don't.
kingdom capital.
I now have to
I
look
hope
this
that you will
up
lend me
because
the
I have
strength
no
once
idea
again.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, Shaggy is, like, the strongest thing in all of media. True story.
How is this? Everyone is saying
Like, he
His
defeated
Highness is back to his
Thanos, he
old self,
defeated Frieza,
but I do not
he
think that is
defeated-
accurate. What he was until recently is what he had been for as long as I've known him. So tortured by his compassion for the fallen that it had driven him mad. He has always been too kind to be king. He has always felt too much for the weak and the dead. That is exactly why I look up to him.
Shaggy went to a hypnotist to stop being such a coward, and it turned out that his cowardice was actually a massive power limiter that was preventing him from being ridiculously powerful.
Why is is this a thing people did?
Dimitri's
Like
completely changed.
What?
Or
Why?
maybe I should say
Why
he's
is that
finally
a
back to
thing?
normal. Either way, I'm glad he's come around to the idea of retaking Ferdiad. With our current troops, there's no way we could handle the Imperial capital. We wouldn't even get past Fort Mercius.
Professor.
You know, having like being on the final like chapter for Azure Gleam and Three Hopes now, we never even make it to Enbar. Like the final battle is Garreg Mach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you mean I don't get to go to Enbar? Fuck off with that.
I'd like to point out that that showed up in my search for memes. I don't know what it is, other than a human being basically turning themselves into Patrick Star, and I'm so spectacularly confused.
I was born and raised in Fargus, but I've never actually been to Ferdiad. Do you think it'll still be cold at this time of year?
I'm
Can't
so
even imagine.
tempted to just share this image in the channel Discord with no context. See what people do with it. Because it's so spectacularly weird.
You're right.
And I'm
It's an
mildly
important
concerned
battle,
that
so
this
let's
is
make
what
sure
my
we're
internet
ready for
did to me
anything.
today. Because my overlords at Google know me way too well. Okay, I'll do it. This is gonna be real weird.
Hello
there.
So many people died
I
in the
have
battle
Discord
at
on my
Gromda.
tablet? I actually might
And
not.
here we are, preparing for the next battle, as if nothing happened the day before.
I do not have Discord on my tablet.
It's almost
I can
easier to
install
think
Discord
about
on
war as theater. With the
I'm gonna
stage,
regret this
an
later.
entire continent.
Should I install Discord on my tablet to then immediately uninstall Discord from my
Something
tablet?
like that. If an accident happens on stage, the next day's
Discord.
performance must be unaffected. Everyone just pretends like everything is fine, focusing on their role in the play.
The real question is, do you actually know your Discord password?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
I love that I'm saying like I'm gonna tell you that on stream, but in all likelihood, knowing me, I'm gonna murmur at least a few letters of it when I type in my password, because I have a really bad habit of doing that.
Standing face to face with those whom I went to school with.
And
On the field of battle.
You say it like that's not the second time you've done that, apparently, Flane.
How inhuman war is. How horrifying. My heart feels shattered. It is my hope that this war marks the end of such foolish behavior.
I wouldn't hold your breath on that, but
Got it in one. I knew it was one of two
See
things.
you again soon.
Oh, hey, Ghost is playing Guild Wars 2. What a surprise. Okay, where is the Friends Gaming Discord? There it is.
technically it's not gonna exist. Probably by this time next week it'll be under a different name.
Yeah, I still know nothing about that.
There you do. I told you all about the fact that names are changing and such.
Yes, but I don't know what anything's changing
Singing
to.
is so much fun.
Neither does
Everyone
anyone
should
else.
enjoy themselves
It's
while they're
great.
doing it.
Okay, let's see.
Actually, exactly one person knows, and it's the person I had do
Do the
all of the
artwork.
art for it. Yeah.
I'll keep my voice
Discord.
down. Don't want people thinking I'm
let's see.
vying for attention. But how loud is too loud?
Oh. What, not what you call it?
Is what not what I call what?
Is there not just a general chat on the thing?
There is.
It's
Oh,
not showing up in my search. I'm just trying to find the channel for it.
you're in general.
Yeah, no, I know, but when I go to share, well, when you go to share with Discord on
Just copy and paste the link, you dummy.
No, that's not the way it's meant to be done. There we go. Absolutely no context. I shared the link.
Okay, let's see. A prominent noble ought to possess a few quality pieces of art. What sort of work would best suit me? That looks like, Lawrence.
That does look like Lawrence.
Portrait of yourself? I have no time. It was Lawrence. It was not the right answer.
It was probably a landscape.
Oh, I don't know fuck all about Lawrence except that he thinks his house is hot shit and we stole his stuff to give to Lysithea.
He does think his house is hot shit. He also thinks noble or commoners are basically useless, but that it is his job as a lord to look after them.
He's not a lord.
He's the Duke of Gloucester.
Yeah, but Dimitri, Edelgard, and Claude are lords. He's not a lord.
I mean, look.
Violet is a lord, but he's not a lord.
Look, Fire. I never said that image made sense. I said it looked to me like someone was trying to turn themselves into Patrick Star, and I didn't know why that came up when I was searching Shaggy memes.
Should not be separate. I've often thought I should pay them a visit someday. I never imagined I might end up invading the place with an army, though. Not how I imagined it at all.
Well, you're not invading it with an army. You're not coming.
Also, you saying you're invading it with an army implies we're letting you lead anyone.
There are stories of heroes' relics 1,000 years ago, of which we have no real evidence today. So many, in fact, that I'm led to wonder if those relics are nothing more than legends.
I have a disagreement with this book that you seem to have impossibly belted to yourself. That would fall off.
I can't see it past the text from when you're looking from the back, so...
The belt would fall off is what I'm getting.
Oh,
it's not
yes, the belt would
tightened
fall
nearly
off.
enough.
I was about to say, no, the book's secure.
Especially since we know of relics like those passed down in the families of the 10 Fodlan elites.
Fire's correcting my statement about Lawrence saying he views the job of nobility to be to use their power and crests to protect those under them. He's just kind of a dick about it.
I mean, he's just kind of a dick in general. Like, he seems to mean well, but he's just kind of a dick.
That's actually pretty accurate.
The battle at Gronder Field was gruesome, wasn't it? But perhaps it's irresponsible to look away. To close our eyes to the horrors of war.
It was pretty gruesome. We killed Raph for no reason.
We wanted to ally with Claude, and for some reason decided to kill Raph. It let us spare everyone else
Except
of import
Raph.
on his side.
Everybody lives except you, Raph. You fucking die for some reason.
Bio, much like himself, his booknet is also incredibly lazy, yet somehow managed to fall asleep without falling down.
We must see the tragic foundations upon which we'll build our future. May an age of peace rise from the ashes.
Nerd!
It seems we will soon set foot in Ferdiad. I used to live there, you know, though that was before my time in the Officers' Academy.
Why the fuck were you living in Ferdiad, Lawrence? Or were they holding you hostage?
No, of course not. There is a school of magic there, which I was enrolled in for a time. Trouble within the kingdom forced me to
Fire
return
and
to
Zen
Alliance
both
lands.
immediately
There's
went
much
to
I had yet to
Discord
learn.
to look at the image I was linking. Part of me kind of likes the idea that a semi-regular section of this stream just like once a week becomes the random thing Willow's Googled during the stream.
Claude. His Highness. All the house
I usually
leaders
end up
from way back
Googling
when
something at
assembled
random
again at
during
Gronder.
stream.
I wonder what their thoughts were as they headed out to the battlefield.
I'm sure Claude's thoughts were, well, at least none of my friends are going to die today. And then Raph died.
Taking back the land of home has the most importance. That is why I am fighting. All for my land of home. Actually, there is more. I am also fighting for you. And for everyone here.
And your land of home. Ugh, Gilbert, what fucking useless
I am
thing do
very
you want me to
grateful
deliver
you.
today?
I could never have achieved this on my own. This is all thanks to you and Lord Rodrigue. This month, we will invade Ferdiad by way of the Fraldarius domain. Leave the negotiations with House Fraldarius to me.
Yeah.
You make
Sarah
ready for
Michelle
the actual
Gellar is
battle.
Daphne.
That's certainly Sarah Michelle Gellar cosplaying Daphne.
No, that's what she looked like in the movies.
It's a tricky business, but we are taking our first steps
Way
forward.
too much eyeshadow, though. That is just way, way too much purple eyeshadow.
I have a request.
Gather the yada, sure.
I have a request.
Find some flowers and give them to Gilbert as a gift. But why
Is
though?
Gilbert sending us out to get flowers for Gilbert?
Gilbert is sending us out to get flowers for Gilbert so that he can hand us some chamomile, a training weight, and some Dusker cavalry. Why do you have Dusker cavalry? First of all.
You're not even from
This month, we will
Dusker.
invade Ferdy. Leave the negotiations. It's a tricky business.
Okay. Gather the... Do I not have the requested resources?
The Emperor was wounded at Gronder Field. What do you think is going on in the Empire now?
I think she's rebuilding the wall breakers because she's scared.
The Leicester Alliance has really suffered a blow as well.
She's now
Who
outlawed
knows
heavy
what will
armor
become
in
of
the,
them?
in the Empire.
From now on, we have to pay close attention to how the rest of Fodlan is doing.
Okay, seriously.
This month, we
No,
leave the negotiations.
do I not? I don't have the stuff to turn. What am I missing? What are the What are the required resources? I didn't bother to check because we've always just had them before. 2 dried vegetables and 2 Zarude fruits.
Zed's trying to point out in chat that the mission victory requirements were to defeat Claude and Edelgard. Raphael was not necessary to kill. Then Bio shoots back and said, I'd like to point out it was you who said getting rid of Claude's people was necessary to complete the map.
Yeah.
Zed's like, really? I did?
Yep.
Bio's like, Inu asked, is the game really going to make me get rid of Claude's people too? I really don't want to do that. And you said getting rid of them was in fact necessary to complete the map.
At which point, I begrudgingly began murdering Claude's people. Like, it was not a thing that I wanted to do, but I was told it was
Fighting
necessary.
with 3 different groups in the mix was as confusing as it was difficult to survive.
You were not even there!
Enemies and allies dying, one on top of the other. What an absolute mess, huh?
No allies died.
If only I had my infirmary out in Gronder. Maybe I could have saved a few more lives.
Well, I mean, technically we were trying to ally with, Claude up until Gronder, so,
Well,
so maybe she's talking about, maybe she's feeling guilty for not saving Raft from therapy.
Apparently, Bailet's definition of allying is quite a lot like the Sengoku Basara definition of allying, where you just beat the shit out of the other person until they decide they're, like, friends with you now.
If we're headed to the kingdom capital, that means we're further away from rescuing Lady Rhea. But it can't be helped, can it? Perhaps some people will question this decision, but I trust your judgment.
Shamir was questioning it
Lady
earlier.
Rhea would want us to help in Ferdiad. She'd scold us if we rescued her and left innocent people suffering.
Bold of you to assume the people of Ferdiad are innocent.
What?
Sedith? What are you doing?
What's he staring at?
That vase, apparently.
Or the flag with the crest of Saros on
It
it.
seems we are headed for the kingdom capital this month. The Church of Saros stands ready to lend its aid to you and Dimitri.
So
It may
probably
be a
the Church of
roundabout route,
Saros
but I
crest.
believe this path will still eventually take us to Rhea. Besides, saving the people of Fargus is just what she would want us to do.
Good for Rhea.
I have several disagreements with the layout of this particular, like... Okay. Right?
So the banner's slightly off center of the table.
The vase is centered on the table. The banner appears to be centered on the wall.
But it's
The
slightly...
table appears to be centered on the wall. And somehow... the
I had
banner
also noticed
is
that.
not lined up with the center of the table. The fuck?
This is gonna end up in next week's memes. It's just Violet yelling at Zenith for the...
It's
for
over
this
here
not being
too.
aligned
The fuck
properly.
is this?
That's what Zenith was doing. He was just slightly rearranging Rhea's office for no reason other than to piss you off.
Ugh. Everyone in this school is incompetent except me. Is there anybody out on the sex pavilion? No? Okay, nobody's hanging out here? Cool. I guess that's everybody then? Now we just gotta burn, like, what, 8 activity points? Okay. How is everybody's, like, motivation doing? Dimitri's good. Dedu could use some. Ash is good. Bernie needs a bunch. Lysithia. Alright. To the dining hall. Yeah, right. We're trying to ally with them, and Edelgard apparently intercepted our messengers and killed them to frame Claude. And we pointed out, yeah, this was almost definitely just Edelgard. And Roderick and Gilbert said, yeah, but no, we're enemies with them now. Deal with it.
Like, I can understand why we were listening to Rodrigue, but why the fuck were we listening to Gilbert?
Mr. Lighting our own people on fire is a good idea over here. Like, come on.
Like, I can understand us listening to Rodrigue. He's pretty cool. And I'm glad he doesn't have to die in Three Hopes. But... yeah, good night, Fire. If it's 2 a.m.,
this
go
is
to
my
sleep, my
favorite.
dear.
You've
Jesus
got great
Christ,
taste.
man. Yeah, get some sleep.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
What time zone is, like...
Germany.
Several hours and 15 minutes ahead of us. I know there's, like... I think it's Newfoundland is, like... half an hour off from other stuff. Because Newfoundland's time zone is fucking weird, but...
Zed's now having an existential crisis over the fact that he's why we killed Raph.
Yeah, you just said killing Claude's people was necessary. You know, like, alright, I mean, I guess. I do think at some point later you tried to clarify, but at that point it was like already too late.
By that point, we'd already outright killed Raph.
Yeah, at that point it was like, well, he's
Raph's
already dead, so...
And we might need our time hack powers because Edelgard's actually a threat. Or somewhat of a threat.
Turns out we didn't, but we might have, so, you know... Oh, right. What did we need to get for Gilbert? We needed, we need dried vegetables and Xanadu fruit.
Right.
Are you the...
Welcome.
No, you're the
Come
armory.
back soon.
Are you the... No, you're the
Come
blacksmith.
back anytime.
Are you
Welcome.
You're the item shop. Hopefully. Oh. Not from you.
Please come
okay?
again.
Hello
How
there.
about you? Nope.
Return soon, please.
How about you?
If you manage to
Not
taxes
you.
the Empire, but
No,
if
not you. Shut up.
Hey, welcome.
No?
Come again.
Where do I get cooking ingredient? I guess I would have just had to... Hello?
Hello.
That is not the voice I would expect from someone named Dark Merchant. Hello!
Hello! You're just carrying blue cheese around in your pockets?
Why is the blue cheese you're carrying in your pocket worth 1,000 gold coins?
Well, nobody says it's worth that. That's just what he's charging us for it.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends! Yeah, I'm so sure. Hey, Anna, you don't happen to be selling that shit that I need, are you?
Welcome.
No.
Come back soon.
Man, where the hell's my item merchant that I could buy all the food stuff from? And also sells me seals.
Welcome.
Why do you not sell me foodstuffs?
Please come again.
Why is there not
What
a
do you
foodstuff
require?
merchant? You're the battalion guild. Alright, I guess we're just not doing that quest. Where are we supposed to be getting this flour for Gilbert, by the way?
Probably the garden. I see some flashy light from over by the greenhouse.
Oh, okay. Yes.
unbelievable.
Got it. Fantastic. Also, while I'm thinking about it,
Professor.
I don't know who you are, but shut up. I'm not talking to you. No. A Mesbo Gazesbo? Pure water.
That word.
A Mesbo Gazesbo?
Yep.
That's what it's called.
So I have good news and bad news for you with regard to tea parties with Annette, which we're gonna have to do at some point.
Right. Yeah, towards the end of the week, because it's her birthday on Saturday.
So You cannot talk to her about cats,
Damn it, Annie.
but you can talk to her about cute monks.
I bet she's not gonna want to, though.
I need to be speaking.
You can also tell her both you seem different and you seem well. I just picture the you seem different as like Byleth subtly trying to say you seem traumatized.
I think this month. Leave the is a tricky bit.
Oh right, I have to actually give the thing to him as a gift. Anybody remember what it was called? This one, I think.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Mission complete. Cool. Thank you for the cavalry, I guess. See you later. We're making dinner, I think. Back to dinner. Hey, Gilbert, really stupid question to ask you of all people, but what do you think I should get Annie for her birthday this week? My daughter has a birthday.
No, his answer would probably just be candles. You can light them on fire. Or just a box of matches.
Wait, Dudu, what do you like as food? You like Daphne stew, okay? Dudu is a Daphne appreciator, I see. I mean, she's the inferior option compared to Velma, but I hear where you're coming from. Annette, you're coming along. I know you're not like 100% on board with Daphne stew, but you only need like one tiny little like thing of whatever, so get over here.
I like this.
Eating alone is nice, but I think I prefer eating with a friend.
Huzzah! Alright. What do I have just a bunch of? There's something that I had like, oh yeah, I can make like 1,000,000 fisherman's bounties. So, Lane, you love this stuff, because of course you do, it's fish. Who else needs some motivation? Mercy. Dorothea, but she actually like super doesn't like this stuff.
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
I'm sure you would.
I know. Let's have tea together after our meal.
Sorry, it's Annie's birthday this week, actually.
Yep.
Try having a birthday. The Dorothea was the other person I needed, like, some stuff on, right? Dorothea, what do you like that I have the stuff to make in quantity? Ah, Garrig mock meat pie. There we go. Bring you along, and we'll bring Sylvain, I guess, because I don't want to bring Felix.
I think I like this, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. You're never sure if you like things or not, Dorothea, even when there are things you love, and I don't know why. Okay.
Indecisive.
Alright. Where are our trainers at? Oh, right. Lysithia's just in her room. Child! Child, where's the door?
No.
Child, you live over here, right? Well,
But now.
teach me! Teach me the black magics! Who else teaches us the black magics?
Hanneman can still teach us.
Hanneman can't teach us. Did Dorothea teach us the black magics? Blanket teaches the white magics, I know that.
And I think Anna can still teach us black magic.
No,
or is
Anna's
she
white magic. Anna, with her C in white magic, can teach A rank Byleth the white
Yep.
magics. Because, of course.
Maybe.
Dorothea!
So many, and here it's almost.
You can still teach us the black magics. Huzzah! Teach me! Thank you. No, don't end of the day. Where's Annie? Where is Annie? I know we saw her. Annie! Oh, we now have a social
The
link to
Kingdom
do
capital.
as well.
It's been way too long since I was there last.
Black magic training, please. Ragnarok?
This experience is critical.
Oh, we can slay the gods now? What the fuck? Mercy!
Great, the soldier, they'll be able.
Since you're right here and I don't feel like trying to find somebody else, teach me the white magics, please. Thank you. Alright, now let's go see what this social link is about. Sylvain. Ah, fine.
Sylvain.
Rejected again, huh?
Oh, Professor. I didn't realize you were there. If we keep running into each other like this, people will start to talk. Hey, don't get mad. I was joking.
Finally, Byleth has learned how to trigger the end of the world.
Ah, forget it. What do you need?
Well, you gotta remember, Zed, Hanbei is also a like Sengoku Bazar character. Just he's not in SP3. He was in SP2 and comes back in SP4, but even though he's technically dead, so like SP4 is weird. Girl problem, Sylvain?
I fell for that girl recently, but I just wanted to have some fun and leave it at that. So I told her we should break it off. I guess she was feeling a little more serious than I was. She started crying and everything got a bit complicated.
Jerk.
Come on, Professor. Playing around with girls is the most fun a guy can have.
That's certainly a sentence you just said right there.
Besides, I don't care what you think of me. I don't intend to change how I live my life. I'm a good-for-nothing, if you haven't noticed. But I'm still a noble with a crest. That's all anyone cares about.
Should we not have been having this conversation 5 years ago? This sounds like a 5 years ago conversation, not a these days conversation.
It's best to avoid getting too serious with fools like that. It only leads to trouble. I'm gonna be forced into an arranged marriage with some random noble woman anyway.
If we keep running into each other like this, people will start to talk. Talk about what? About, you know, No, I don't. What would they talk about? Nothing, Professor.
By the way, Professor, you didn't know you had a crest, did you?
Guess I never thought about it. Also, Dad didn't say anything and I was raised in a barn. We've been over this.
I see. I suppose a mercenary wouldn't be concerned with such things.
What about you?
Most children who are born to noble families are tested upon birth to see if they bear one. Even descendants of the 10 elites, like myself, can't be legitimate heirs without a crest. That means as children, we're only accepted if we're born with one.
Dad didn't believe in telling me about things, just like he didn't believe in calendars.
The heads of most noble houses keep having kids until they get one with a crest. Those children then grow up to be heads of their houses, and the vicious cycle continues. Do you get it now? To all these commoner girls, I'm just a trophy. Or rather, a stud horse.
Sounds like maybe we should just abolish crests. It's awfully cynical of you, Sylvain.
Perhaps, but that doesn't change the fact that these girls don't love me. They only love the potential rewards of loving me. If I marry a girl, and she gives birth to a child with a crest, that kid might become the next head of House Gautier. But nowadays, with the bloodlines getting weaker, there are a lot of kids like my brother, born with no hope. For ages now, those of us with crests have been envied and desired, but never for who we are. I understand the value of my blood. Believe me, I hate how much I understand it.
I think you're thinking too hard about this. The girl I'm courting doesn't even have a crest.
I know better than to dream of being free from this burden. I'm used to it by now.
She does, however, make floating musical notes that if she attacks, explode. So that's pretty cool.
I used to think I didn't have the right to live freely. That's right. You know what? I'm a bit jealous. The whole time you were growing up, you never knew you had a crest. You were free. Nobody pretended to like you. I kind of hate you for that. You were a spoiled brat who should pay for that crest.
Because
Maybe
it
I'll
was like
collect the
me or
debt.
die.
Gotcha! Wow, you should have seen the look on your face just then. Don't mind me, Professor. After all, ladies love a dark and brooding noble.
Aha. Yeah, that was from 5 years ago. That was a B support. Anyway. Good talk, everyone. Time to just double check we don't... Okay, no more sports. Save just in case. And finish. And yes. Alright, time for class. Welcome back, Dimitri. Congratulations, you get first billing. I need you to be better at Oh, look, he's still training in horse.
Aww.
Aww. That's adorable. You know what? We're gonna give you some sword training. Just in case you ever get Visco. No.
Well, we'd been training him in sword because he had the potential to go into, like, hero or something, didn't he? If he got his sword up?
I think we'd been training him in sword because somebody said he needed it for his lord classes, which clearly ended up not being true, but... I mean, he really doesn't need our help with anything relevant, you know, like... We could give him some extra lancing or some extra, you know, like, authority training, I guess, but... I don't think going above an A in authority really matters. We haven't seen any battalions that require more than an A.
No, but it does still help with our battalion hit chance and our battalion resist.
Yeah, I don't really get why you keep flirting with me, Sylvain. Oh, right, Dorothea would probably get mad, huh? Dorothea would get mad? Why? Are you really that stupid? I don't know, probably. You know what, Dimitri? Yeah, we'll just help you along towards your S in Lansing.
That
Oh?
all due to your coaching. Thanks. I'm a bit embarrassed. That was helpful coaching.
Dadoo! My dadude. Time to train you in the writing, cause boy do you need some help.
I answered correctly.
You did. Praise!
No need for praise.
Well, you're getting it anyway. Now be better at horses. Mercy! Continue the training and the black magics, please.
Thank you, Professor. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm sure.
By the way, Bio pointed out to me Jesus Christ, Mercy's got 3 perfects in a row. Bio pointed out to me the other day that apparently fate has just corrupted my brain. Because when I was referring to the Lance of Kresnik and the descriptions for, like, the Zillia episodes this past week, I kept calling it the Lancer of Kresnik. You're ready to learn, Professor. That's nice, Dimitri. By the way, I'm not just letting you off the hook for the month's worth of class you skipped off. Damn it. Annie, be better at white magic. Get a Braxis.
Yes, that's it. Is this what's...
Well, at least you got a skill level in it. Dorothea. White magic training, maybe? I mean, we might be able to, like, come close to forcing your A+ if we just hard focus your white magic. Lysithia! We need to keep training... Oh, we need to train your sword, huh? You still have an unfinished, like, latent talent thingy in sword.
Which, for all we know, could make you more effective at Vistum.
Budding talent. She now excels at sword. She got Soul Blade.
This hidden away.
Okay, you're now good at sword. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You know what? I'm just gonna finish out your sword training today. It's fine. Learn more about swords. Flame! Flame. Black magic, please.
I have done it!
You have done it. Congratulations. Congratulations.
No need to...
Congratulations. Okay.
All thanks to
That
your
should
help.
be A. Yes. Excalibur!
Well worth the effort.
Alright, sweet. And we are out of points.
Flame can now Excaliblast.
Flame can now Excaliblast. Group tasks. Yes, both of you. That's correct. Fantastic. And begin!
Professor, could you explain?
I haven't been able to see my brother and sister lately, so I'm sending them gifts. My brother's not one to ask for anything, though. I don't know what to give him. I mean... the problem is the first one is such a cop-out answer, because, like... He's like, I need some suggestions, and we're like, I'm sure whatever suggestions you have are sufficient. He's like, I don't have any, that's why I'm asking you.
Meanwhile,
but I also kind of feel like it's the right answer.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, real world Willow really likes answer 2. Because I've gotten to a point in my life where if I can't come up with, like, a creative gift idea for somebody, I do just give them money so that they can basically choose their own present. But also, as an avid reader, I love the idea of gifting books, and I frequently do to people I care about, where I'll be like, here, have a book.
So the only reason I noticed it bio was, I was looking at Sword for the meme of like, oh man, it's one of our magic users, we should train them in Sword for more Viscoming. I'm gonna go with the top one. I like it.
Is that really it?
Yeah, okay, you're disappointed.
Professor?
I don't blame you. You wanna go from being a bishop to being a... You do whatever. I don't care. Shut up. It is Ash, though. Yeah, I know. Annie's birthday! Tea party! Tea.
Sweet apple blend, rose petal blend, or almond blend.
I have a bunch of almond. We have more almond than anything else. Almond
Hello
it is.
there. I'm here for a visit.
No, you're here for a birthday party. Why are we not at the gazebo again? Did we? Did we light the gazebo on fire again? Also, I like that we just got a bunch of cakes and stuff.
Thank you.
And flan.
It's the happy dessert.
It is the happy dessert.
Huh?
Place you'd like to visit, equipment upkeep, first crushes, maybe?
What was the second one?
Equipment upkeep?
Equipment upkeep.
Thank you.
It took me a while because I was...
I would not have expected that one. Maybe it's because we have an A support with... Oh, maybe... That's an interesting idea. It's Annie, so we probably invited her to our room on purpose, since it being in the gazebo just reminded her of when it burned down. Guessing someone's age, classes you might enjoy, heart-racing memories.
What's the second one again? The problem is, sometimes when you go so fast, the list is in alphabetical order. If I've got to scroll through it, that can be tough.
Woodland's future, children at the market, strange fish in the pond.
Why can I not find anything today?
God. Willow is completely useless today, you guys.
The confectioner is back in town. Would you like to go with me sometime?
Nod is the answer on this one.
Wow.
I love when it gives perfects, even when you still get things. But...
Thanks for the treat. It was so yummy.
Her list is so scatterbrained, though.
JPEG must have some terrible internet connection in our room. We should really yell at Seth to upgrade the Wi-Fi.
I mean, ironically, my Wi-Fi is showing an exclamation mark, which usually means there's something wrong.
For the two of us, this'll be a breeze.
This will go well. It went well.
This will go well.
It
went well. Huzzah.
Wait. One of the things you can talk to her about is fashion, ... your ambitions, ...
It seems my
School
proficiency
uniforms,
has
shareable
improved.
snacks.
I'm getting better at this.
The courtyard couple.
Okay. And we're back to the weekend. Now, just quickly. What was that combat art that Lysithea got?
Was a sword art of some sort.
Soul Blade. Magic attack. Might increases based on units' res. Not bad. Kinda want Flame's Excaliblast to be Clarent Blood Arthur. It's not an Excalibur though, like, even a little bit. Okay, so... Huh, the actual plot is on like a normal weekend.
Huh.
That's weird. And we're still not allowed to like do anything.
Teach on that Monday.
Helpful. I love it.
Well, we still don't have any, like, personal missions.
We don't. Which means, I guess we just pop back into the monastery, grab the stuff from the greenhouse, do some cooking, and then...
I mean, we could seminar.
It's not gonna get us the... I mean, if we do that, we've got Ash and Bernie, and that's it for, like, training, because everybody else is only gonna have, like, 2 at most.
Granted.
Like, we need to go cook stuff if we want people's motivation to, like, go anywhere.
Let's see, what's chat saying? Okay, class, no school this week because we have some big murdering to do this weekend.
Alright, well, exploration time. Let's go. Where's the door?
Right.
So, first things first. Who's over here? You! Kiju kitten? I think is what that says? A goddess massager. That's a weird name for a fish. Assuming it is a fish and not like a dildo or something. And again, everything's a dildo if you're brave enough. There's a nearby presence. Not anymore. There's a nearby... Ah, there you are. Feels like they want a kaiju kitten but didn't have enough characters. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Oh, yeah.
And that's right next to asterisk, 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 asterisk. There's two birdies just standing next to each other.
Say,
Nothing yet.
Professor?
say,
Side.
Maybe.
In here, maybe? Yep, there it is, right behind Dimitri. No, they're not both mortal savants.
No, one's a bow knight.
One, yeah. But one's a mortal savant and the other's... I think you're right, I think a bow knight. Traveler Reb?
Reb.
Reb. I feel like you misspelled Rob. No. No. Oh, there you are. Silly Bernie, if you wanted to hide behind someone, you should have hid behind Dedu instead of Dimitri. It would have been impossible to see you then. And Lil Nas X. Is that a Wyvern Knight Ash?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know, but it looks quite good on him.
Why have you done this? What part of Ash's kit made you go, yes, Wyvern Knight?
say,
I mean, I guess it would make it easier for him to, like, get around for boxes and stuff.
No.
And he can't go Peg Knight, I suppose, so... Or I suppose Budget Claude, maybe. That's fair. Okay. Greenhouse. I kind of forget that, you can just, like, equip whatever you want, regardless of your class in this game. Because,
Yeah.
like, Three Hopes doesn't let you do that.
I wish they did.
Yeah, I know, me too. But they're very stubborn about it. They're like, no, you're playing a mage, you better be fucking using a tome.
So, you know what's really stupid in Three Hopes?
Lots of things. You're gonna have to be more specific.
The thing that really bothers me is that they clearly want you to have Annie using Crusher. Except
they made her, like, preferred class into magic.
And they...
I mean, it's the same thing with fuck's Marianne, where they clearly want you to be using her sword. So, like, ideally, you probably put her into Dancer, but, like, they made her preferred class Grimoire.
So here's the thing. They can 100% be in not their preferred class and be fine.
Well, yeah, it's
But-
just, like, they
but the-
actually get better stat growths in their preferred class.
So the problem I have with Annie, though, is she can't use any magic arts if she's in a class that allows her to wield the axe. No axe-wielding class can use spells.
Which is weird, because it's, like, the only one that's true for, I think? No, bows can't use...
Bows can't
Bows
either.
can't either.
And
But I
neither
think-
can punch people.
I thought War Master could.
I don't know. I haven't played around with it too much, but and I don't think Peg Knight can either. I don't think they can use spells.
Yes, but lance classes can. The only bow class are bows are all one class line, and punching is all one class line. Lance has 3 lines, and 2 of the 3 can use. Well, I guess it has 4 technically if you count Dimitri's one, but half of the lance classes can use magic.
Yeah.
And like half of the sword, more than half of the sword.
But
ones
none of
can.
the axe classes can use magic.
That is. Edelgard can't use magic in her.
So I think Edelgard can in her final one, but that's Edelgard specific.
Well, it's still an axe class.
Granted, but I don't think there's a single axe wielding class. Annie, who's meant to be, who the game's hard pushing you to use the axe on, can actually use magic.
Oh yeah, but there are some really, really good axe arts. Like there's this one that I super fell in love with when I was leveling all the skills on Chez, where you just kind of bonk people 5 times in quick succession with the axe, and it's absurdly strong, crits all the time, as a really good rate. It's bonkers.
So I think it's funny that I'll be honest, I have my Marianne in Dancer right now. And I think I'm probably, once she masters Dancer, I think I'm actually going to move her back to Trickster, but...
I guess Trickster works too.
To me, it's...
Trickster has a better dodge.
Well, Trickster has a better dodge. I think it's got a cleaner move set. And I just like having even more access to people that can unlock things. But...
That's also fair.
The other thing is that you actually can't have, the dark magic tome damage increasing ability equipped on a dancer. It won't let you equip it.
I
Really?
think I like
Yeah.
this, but it's been a while, so I'm not.
I don't know.
It's super weird.
Yeah, Trickster will let you equip it, Dancer won't. Dancer will let you equip the white magic healing
this
increase.
takes me back. I
It
used to
won't
love
let
this
you
when I was a child.
equip the dark
is my
magic
excellent
damage
favorite.
increase,
How did you know, Professor?
which is really fucking frustrating.
I do love that we just keep stuffing our mages full of sugar.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that? Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
Does it as well. Good for you. Okay, Flame likes that. Need to find something else to do likes. Flame, you can come have some food with Petra. No, maybe not Petra. She doesn't like this stuff. See if I can find something that both Flame and to do are into. I have a suspicion that is going to be difficult. Never mind. Onion gratin soup. Anything we've learned about Three Houses is that sure does make some choices at times regarding how it works mechanically, so Three Hopes being like that isn't too surprising.
This is nearly as delicious
Yeah,
as Mother's
but Three
cooking.
Hopes does
I would
make
happily eat this
Ingrid
every
cast
day.
baloney constantly, which is fucking hysterical.
Although I'd point out it's not just Ingrid, it's technically anyone you give Lewin to.
Only if they have a matching crest.
No, the matching crest only dictates the ability of the weapon to use the special art. It's still, as long as the person has a crest, it still lets them use the unlocked ability.
I am not sure that's accurate. That all the class like ready to go? I think so. Yes, okay. Time to find our trainers. I said they are. Child!
I'm relieved.
Black magic training, thank you. I must go. Let's see. Cyril, no. Ah, Annie and Mercy can both train us in some stuff.
Professor.
The kingdom.
Annie! Whoops. Accidentally had her train me an axe.
I agree. The soul they'll be it.
Whatever.
Say,
Click too fast, got axe training instead. Dorothy and Flane are both up here.
Oh, standing. How it is my.
Flane! Oops. Wait, Flane can't train us in white magic anymore. We're as good at white magic as Flane. She can, however, still train us in Lance.
And here we are. It's
Dorothea,
almost...
can you train us in... Nope. Okay.
Yes.
Hanneman, where were you? No, you were just there. Oh, no, you're in the library? Or... Where are you? Leonard's in the library. Oh yeah, you were. You were over here.
what? There's a. I've often. I never.
Train me in the black magics, thank you. I've become too good at magic. My students can't teach me magic anymore, most of them.
Well...
Where was... Probably... She in her nurse's office? Yep. Excuse me!
Enemies, if only I...
Manuela! Not sword, thank you. Tackle. Finish. Wait. Before I go. Almost let me forget again. Beating people up takes time. We don't have any time left. So, the duo will not be beating up tournament goers today.
Say,
Crescent Moon Tea, Lavender Blend, Lavender Blend again, Four Spice Blend, Pure Water, Elixir, Moffus Plum Seeds, Vulnerary, and Crescent Moon Tea. Alright, good haul. Admin, help. We need to get better at magic so we can teach our students more magic so they can teach us more magics. And even though I'm like way better at magic than you, apparently you can still teach me how to magic, so...
Yep. Like, imagine the conversations our Byleth must actually be having with these other teachers. Like, it must be really insulting being our Byleth's co-worker.
Oh, Ragnarok! Mercy can also end the world now! Yay!
That makes sense. makes much more sense for Mercy to be able to do it than Violet.
I do love that Mercy's MO seems to just be like learning every spell that Byleth learns.
That does certainly seem to be the case.
He might be better at magics than Hanneman, but there is one thing he can do that we can't. Actually read the magic textbooks.
That's true.
That's fair.
I got it? You're quite the motivator, Professor.
I am. Thank you for noticing.
I...
Anyway, time to start pumping your black magic, because you're about to get your A+ in white magic naturally. Which means you should be able to start training us in white magic again. Child. I could keep training you in sword, but like, honestly, I need you to be better. I kind of need you to stay ahead of me in black magic.
Yeah.
I need to make sure I don't catch up to you. Plane! I also need you to stay better at white magic than me. That is a requirement.
No.
You. Dollar casters? It's dollar casters, right? Yes. Okay. Who needs training the most out of the remaining people? Probably Dedu and either Ash or Bernie on their writing. So Dedu, you get writing training.
Bye.
You're exclusively focusing on writing, Ash. What about Bernie? Bernie is still exclusively focusing on Bo. Let's work on her writing. Students are running off know-how off the top of their head. Hanneman can pick up a book from his office to teach you things that even he doesn't know. Seems reasonable.
Here's the result, Professor.
Good. Okay, Ash got better at horsing. Ingrid got better at flying. Dorothea got better at white magics.
I understand.
Dexterity +4.
Still a long way to go.
I'm a quick study.
Faith level 5.
I've really gotten the hang of this.
Impressed yet?
And I got rescue. Does seem kind of funny how Dimitri's the only person in our class who would probably want to actually be taught more about horses, but gets left out while we teach everyone else about them instead.
Yeah, that's fair.
His classes don't need horses. The problem is special classes are not based in horsing. While the class that we're like actively working towards with the do does. Like that's the problem here. What battles are available? Not any that are paralogs still.
Okay.
Another Bernie. Another Wyvern Knight Bernie?
That might be a Wyvern Knight Bernie.
Say,
Ooh, upper
Definitely.
right.
Okay.
Down by the graves? Yeah. Oh shit.
a moment.
Wait, no, not down here. Where?
Oh, what?
Okay. Oh.
Clever hiding spot for whoever put them there, though.
That's not the point.
I know, I'm just saying.
Like, everybody that's actually trying to, like, hide people have missed the point of this. Viscum!
Hey!
Yoink! Mine! See, that's how you get Viscums. Just like that. I mean, fire left like a forever ago, but that's how you get those.
Say,
My presence? Oh, wrong direction. Over near the gazebo or whatever the heck I called it earlier. The Mesbo Gazesbo.
Something like that.
And Traveler Tabletop Tadpole 1?
say.
Ooh, it's glowy fish pond day today.
Say.
Presence here and close. Hello. Alright, got another Viscum. That's definitely a good use of time, getting another Viscum.
I mean, I don't disagree with you there.
That's the other thing with going back to the monastery more often, is we get more chances to get more Viscums. Got a 5-star seed. I guess I'm just gonna spin this 4-star. The dining hall. And then just while I'm thinking about it, before I forget again,
Say.
the Mesbo Gazesbo. Pesky, Angelica, Vulnerary.
I would have laughed if after picking up an Angelica, the next thing you picked up was Pickles.
I know, right? Doing great. Sadly, the game is not that clever. Excuse me! What's on the menu for today? Pickled seafood and vegetables. Dedue and Annette. Let's go. I like this. Thank you, Dedue.
Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that?
Menu. Pheasant roast with berry sauce. Mercy and Lysithia are both in for some pheasant roast with berry sauce.
This is my absolute favorite. How did you know, Professor?
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
Okay, Peach Sorbet, Bernie and Dorothea. Once again, just stuff our girls full of sugar, you know, as you do.
Ooh, this is my favorite. You've got great taste.
In before, Dorothea's not sure if she likes it or not.
I think I like this.
God damn it, Dorothea, every time.
One of these days, she'll figure out what she does and doesn't like.
Right? Like, is it just Flame? Oh, this is just Flame. Alright. Flame, you're gonna have some food with Petra.
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could give Flame gifts, but...
The food of Fodlan has great strangeness.
Alright, sweet. And now it's time for training. I said they are.
I'm really
Child. Black magic training, please. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Annie and Mercy can still help. Well, yeah, Annie and Mercy. Mercy at least can still help us.
I see the kingdom.
Annie can still help us as well. Fantastic. I
So
just
bad
accidentally clicked Axe instead of, like, the proper thing last time, that's all. Flame, did you... I don't think you did. I don't think you improved your...
Hello. Standing. How in it is my hope.
Yeah, Flame just can't teach us white magic anymore.
Yes.
Or she's better at white magic than the
So
god
many
of white
people.
magic.
Here we are. It's almost.
You still can't teach us anything, which is bad. Adaman, you can still teach us things. Adaman, read. Read a book to tell me how to be better at spells.
What? There's this. I never.
Not bows, spells. Thank you. Okay, great. And then Manuela, you can still teach us things.
Professor.
Oh, wrong direction. Turn around. Nope, that's Gerald's room.
Fighting with enemies. If only I...
Teach me about the white magics. Thank you. One left. Can't believe this is my solution.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything is fine. Anna!
You gotta keep...
I know you have like a C in white magic, but I don't know. Teach me your secrets or some shit. Really, you don't need Annie to teach you more about act. Sure, you because she can definitely teach you more about act. Yeah, she sure can. Manual instruction time. Let's go. Okay. Instruct. We start with the mages, as is tradition. They need to continue to be able to teach us things. Mercy, you're at an S in white magic. I think you're good for a bit.
Thank you, Professor.
Alright. Annie. I think we might be able to push you to your S in black magic.
Thanks for your time. I learned a lot.
Please be an overachiever, Annie.
You'll be close.
Thanks for your time.
But I think that's enough. Dorothea, we might be able to push you to getting your A plus in white.
I appreciate
I
your...
don't think that's enough, but it's helping. Lysithea. You... I need you getting more black magic, please. At speed, thank you. Flane! Flane, honey. Listen.
No.
Definitely dear.
Let me teach you about white magic.
Even though you are literally famed for basically being the best at it.
Okay. Dedu is up to a C in horses. Great.
We might actually be able to let him attempt a certification exam now.
Bernie is also up to a C in horses.
I'd never have learned this back in my room.
Okay. And begin. Mercy, you have an S in healing, so now it's time to teach you more about how to unheal people instead. Oh. St. Macintosh Day is today. There will be a hymn. Of course we're gonna go to the hymn. It's more white magic points. And Dorothea's here. And so is Dimitri.
It is not guaranteed to be good, even if everyone sings earnestly. It is not easy after all.
I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention, but...
Okay. Saturday.
Here is the result.
Yes, and the result is good. Okay. Y'all put in work. Okay, Annie got her S.
Ingrid's so close to her Essen Lance.
She'll get there.
All that work was worth it.
Black magic range +1. Let's go.
I work to grow.
More black magic range for Renette. Do 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 do. Excuse me for just a second while I go and turn that on before I forget about it. Annie, what do you not need? Are the rallies really helping? Rally speed, I definitely want to... Like, if I'm going to keep one of the two, it's going to be rally speed, let's be honest. Rally, like, speed is a much more important thing to be rallying. We need that black magic range, though. That is crucial.
I'd argue we don't really have her rally much anymore because of the Viscums. It might be more worthwhile to put on sword prowess.
Maybe. I mean, I've been thinking about that too, but... keep it in the back pocket for now.
Certifications, check and see if Dedu and Bernie can actually attempt theirs. Well, it's showing as something you can attempt to do.
It's true. Not for Bernie, though. Oh, Bernie needs Lance, too, doesn't she?
She might. Yep.
It's just you need more riding.
An A in riding?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And a C in Lance?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh. Time to save. And go to the certifications. Alright, to do 47%. Ah, damn it.
Hang on. No,
Wait.
he got it.
Yeah, let's go!
The wall is now on a horse.
The wall is now on a horse.
I passed.
And he got bonus dexterity and bonus res. His defense came down a little bit. That is true, but we knew that was gonna happen. But it does give him a bunch more movement.
Yeah.
Which is really the reason we made that change.
Yeah.
Is having additional movement.
An additional
is,
2 squares
and
of
also
movement.
Kanto.
Yeah. The ability to reposition him after we've had him do something.
I think it might be 3 squares of movement. I think.
Was he only at 4 before?
Typically armor knights are only like capping out at 4 usually. I mean, I didn't check, but I was assuming he was at 4.
Your Highness, look! I was finally able to make friends with a horse. Yes, that's really nice for you to do.
Outdoors, of course. Yeah. But I mean, we can just dismount him for that. Like, it's not a problem. Like, having the additional mobility be an option at all is very nice. So I'm thankful for that. So that's cool. Do we have whose birthday's coming up? Mercy. Oh, hey, Mercy! She wanted to go for tea earlier.
Alright, let me pull her up.
And in the meantime, we're gonna seminar. find a nice magic seminar. Oh, look at that. It's everybody we want, and also Linhardt for some reason. Oh yeah, we just have Mercy teach the class. We had Child do it last time. Which is, I mean, basically the exact same situation, really. But Child did it last time, so Mercy, you're teaching this time. Let's go. Now the dude doesn't usually have to carry a ton of armor. He has that poor horse to do it for him.
I have good news for you, Eno.
Oh yeah?
Mercy will let you talk to her about both cats and cute monks.
I bet she's not gonna ask us to talk about either.
Probably not.
Hey Mercy, your birthday's coming up, so why don't you teach the class this week? I don't think that's how that works, Professor. And tea party. Alright, what kind of tea are we after?
Either the Albinian berry blend.
Fantastic, we have like 10 of that.
Southern fruit blend or the crescent moon tea.
Right, so we have like 10 of this Albion
Hello, Professor.
berries.
Did you want to see me? This tea is my favorite. You have very good taste, Professor.
Yes, that is the case. Boy, expeditions are a better way to do this.
So much. So delicious. Yes.
Monastery mysteries. Exploring the monastery. You seem well.
Exploring the monastery.
On Mercy. Favorite sweets. Reliable allies.
Favorite sweets.
Okay, cool. And... God damn it. Past laughs, the existence of crests, or mighty weapons.
Past laughs.
Why don't you want to talk about cute mugs or cats? God damn you.
So, you know what's actually really interesting, and part of why I like expeditions so much better in
As I
Three
continue
Hopes
to grow,
is if you get
I've learned not to regret
a
the
thing
choices I
wrong
made.
on an expedition, the next time that particular prompt comes up, it'll show above the answer you got wrong. This doesn't feel right.
No, you know what's even better? Is once you get it right, it will
yeah,
automatically...
It unlocks, yep,
like,
to show you what the correct answer is.
Yeah.
That's actually really nice.
By the way...
Oh, sorry. As I continue to grow, I've learned not to regret the choices I've made. Commend or praise?
Commend or praise. It's worth mentioning it's actually Byla's fault for not wanting to ask, since those first 3 questions are actually her asking. Mercy, your hand seems to be clipping into my table there. Maybe you should get that looked at or something.
That was delicious. Thank you so
I
much.
do
for
like that at the
inviting
end of
me.
this we just zoom into their neck for some reason.
Right?
Like, oh man, time to zoom right into their neck.
Also, even with the stat increased box checked for my Shez, her charisma's capped. It caps at like 122.
Yeah. Alright, so next time we have mission to do.
Next time in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, right, so that's the other thing. Next time we have mission to do. However, next time is going to be in October for this. Like literally October. So next week, I very strongly suspect there's not going to be a Sunday stream at all. The
Probably
following week, if there is one, it's not going to be this.
I mean, both days we're driving, aren't we?
No. Next week we will have arrived.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, if there are streams at all over the next couple weeks, it'll probably just be like, you know, if there are Sunday streams over the next couple weeks, I should say, it's probably just gonna be, you know, like chill, like hang out and chat or whatever.
Sit in chats,
as
maybe,
opposed
like...
to like actually doing anything.
Because the stuff you have for recording from the Switch, we're presumably not taking.
No, that's not going.
We can maybe do a Golf with Friends stream. I
Violet
think my
just
Surface can handle
heavily leans over the table to stare at whoever she's having tea with to pressure them into thanking her no matter how badly she's screwed up. Yeah, I believe it. The other thing, not this week, but next week, Thursday, is the 10-year anniversary stream that we're doing. So that'll be starting around the usual stream time on Thursday. I'm going to have a voice chat open that, the usual stream crew is just kind of going to be able to drop in and out of if they feel like it. And I am toying around with the idea. I don't know if I have not fully decided if I'm actually going to do this or not yet, but I'm also toying around with the idea of having like a waiting room kind of set up. So if people that are watching want to like hop into a waiting room and maybe get like pulled into the conversation at some point for a while. I'm thinking I might do some kind of like open like Q&A sort of deal or whatever at some point during that stream as well. So like if you're chill with like dropping into voice for a little while to ask questions, I mean that's gonna be that might be an option. I haven't decided on that. We're definitely gonna do like a Q&A type thing. So any questions that come in, we'll probably address anyway. But I figured give people options. So that's something that I'm considering. I haven't actually like decided on that yet, but there is gonna be like an open voice call for any of the usual like stream crew if they want to drop in and out. So like Sarge and Elle might come and go. Natsu might.
You and I are going to be in the same place, so it'd be real easy for me to just drop in.
Yeah, Willow's just going to be there, so if she feels like it, she can just hang around, like whatevs.
Which by that same logic means our parents could accidentally make an appearance.
Yeah, I mean, possible, but we'll see what happens. So the format for that, we're gonna start the first bit of the stream. We're gonna actually do a kind of watch along live commentary sort of thing for like that first episode that Baz and I did. So the episode itself is like half an hour long, so I expect that portion of the stream with pausing and like story time and whatever else really comes up with that, probably gonna take like an hour and a half by itself, probably. Then we've got to do the like new art assets, like I gotta show those off, and then we've got to swap over like the names on the names and thumbnails on everything. So I'm gonna do that on stream as well. So we'll start the stream as Inu and Friends Gaming, and we'll end the stream as something else.
At least that part I'll probably be around for. The rewatching of the first video on the channel, probably not. But
and then once we're done with all that stuff, we'll probably just open it up for just open it up at that point for casual Q&A. Maybe some Q&A sprinkled throughout the rest of it, because I mean, those of you who are around for stream usually, I mean, how the stream tends to go. Like, answer stuff that comes up in chat as it comes up in chat most of the time anyway. But I'll have like a more formal thing for it at that point. So it'll be interesting to see like who all stops by and pops into voice or whatever. I've talked to a few people about it who have expressed like some interest in maybe being around for it, and nobody's committed. So I don't have any hard commitments really, but like
other than knowing that I'll inevitably pester you at some point during it.
But it's gonna be a thing. So that'll be a week from Thursday. This Thursday we're still doing Wildermyth, same as normal, and then the Thursday after next week is also just Wildermyth, like same as normal. So like we're really only taking a 1 week break from Wildermyth. It's just because of the way things line up. It's a 2-week break from Fire Emblem and also a 2-week break from Baz and I doing recording. So yesterday was our last recording session until October. So so that's cool. I'm gonna forget completely how to record by the time we get back. It's gonna be great.
I mean, at the very least, I don't know, you and I could potentially just do a sibling sit-and-chat stream, or maybe a D&D character building inspired by, some of the games we've played on stream.
We'll see.
Theoretically, we could pull something together with even the limited tech we're gonna have with us.
The only hard plans I have for, next week, considering this the start of...
Yeah.
Considering Sunday the start of a week, right? The only hard plans I have for next week are the 10-year anniversary stream. Well, we'll see what happens. So, that's where we're gonna leave it for now. And, we'll be back for more Fire Emblem in October.
Alright. Well, it is time for us to say goodnight, but we'll catch you guys next time.
Later.